Nah, chat can't hear us yet because the audio is not live. So if there's anything you need to say that's a secret, you can get it out now.
Penis.
Penis.
Oh,
Gengar Ghastly.
Kitty sprinkles.
I like that
My
Himbo
favorite.
was the Internet Explorer of vulgarity there.
Yes, we totally can't hear.
They could. It's fine. Everything's fine. Greetings, fellow human nerds, and welcome back to the Versal Plane, where stuff happens and other stuff happens, occasional war crimes and whatnot.
Occasional.
Battle
That means you stop.
battle misdemeanors. It's combat felonies. It's fine.
It's not a war crime the first time.
It's not a war crime until the. It's not a war crime if war has not been officially declared. It's just incidental.
I don't think that's true.
you're a mass murderer.
It's not a war crime until the Geneva Convention says it is.
That's right. Is four bodies mass murder though, or is that just like
5 bodies is a serial killer? Anything less than that, and you're just a sparkling murderer.
That's right. That's right. Anything less than that, and I'm just an omelet killer.
Okay. I don't know. I think oatmeal killer. So welcome back to my bullshit of a campaign mini campaign. Last time we left off, we had the party traveling through the woods again, passing by where the bullets were, having noticed that they've been basically picked clean by some scavenger, and decided to keep going through the blue brick road this time into an area where the magic was so thick it was quite literally you could cut it with a knife. Coming across this vision apparition ghost like of a child, and it's imaging through the woods as a song plays through everyone's head. Treating the child nicely, had it tell them to go find me and remind me that playing games and people can be fun, sort of thing. And upon following the road farther, the party comes across this castle city that seemed to be abandoned and emptied at first until the dusk had fallen and the city comes to life, filled with these glowing individuals and citizens.
Great.
At which point Carmine
The
also
new
starts
GoDaddy
glowing, and we
arrow
realize
has
that
AI.
this is a city of vampires.
We're vampirish.
All of which speak Undercommon, which Carmine does not. The only person who speaks Common is Chett, who will be back in a bit. He's currently preoccupied.
He's licking his balls. He's grooming himself by the fireplace.
Just having a horrible time in the bathroom, fighting for his life in there.
That's right.
But the party learns a little bit that there's currently a celebration happening, as it is the 1-year anniversary of the coronation of the new queen, the new government. Which
so
totally
much better.
can't go wrong at all.
So much better than the old government. It's gonna be great.
It's old England versus New England. But
this isn't Jersey. This is New Jersey.
Everything's legal in Jersey.
Everything's legal in New Jersey.
So the party decides that after talking with some people and Chett translating and charging for it, translating, the party decides to go find a local inn so that they may rest a bit and get a short rest. Some recovered their Warlock pact slots. Some people recovered other things, I'm sure. Hit points were recovered. And we now on the new, not really day, as it's been about 4 hours after everyone took a little rest. So it is now basically smack dab at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's my normal time.
As you all come down from rooms, I just assumed you all paid for a room. we didn't really discuss the logistics of how you were taking a short rest at the end of the last session. We kind of need to wrap it up at that time. But assuming that you all paid for a room, it would have been 1 blood coin per person, and each person had a set amount on them. I've already adjusted your character sheets.
Ooh. That's good.
Going
I'm
for
getting broke.
if Carmine, Rose, and Philip come down from their stay and their rest in the rooms, you'll find Chett is still curled up in front of the fireplace, possibly burning slightly. You can't tell if the smoldering ash on him was always there. It doesn't look unnatural. In fact, it probably was there to begin with. It might look a little bit cleaner now too.
This is the first time we've seen. This is the driest we've ever seen, because you said he always looks wet, right?
Did I?
Or did he say that?
Or he
because
did.
because he would.
No,
He had.
When you guys went through the mana, he felt wet.
That's right. Okay.
I thought that he did say that he was always a little damp.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is always a little damp. I was gonna say he now looks more damp, as if someone had just run a mop over him.
Yeah. Teeny said babushka vibes.
Yes, Granny's here.
I'm grandmama.
Yeah.
Moist.
Yes, Chett is a moist pussy. Yes. Anyway, for now.
Moist.
Nice.
Chett is the WAP. They grabbed a bucket and a mop.
You are correct.
Now, what would you guys like to do? You don't really have a direction at the moment, other than you have arrived in this town, in the city, and you've been informed that there is a coronation of a queen. Rose, you feel very uncomfortable right now. Carmine, you feel strangely comfortable, like to the point it's off-putting. Philip, you have a nagging sensation you're forgetting something.
Rose would walk up to the bartender and ask if there's any kind of food goods.
Yes, it depends on what you're looking for exactly. We have a variety. This is one of the few people who seems to be able to speak common, though it is a little choppy.
Do you?
Do you speak common? Yes.
I still don't know what it is I'm forgetting.
What are you looking for?
His memory.
Meat.
Oh, her.
Well, we do have some stew. We have some blood sausages. We have some black pudding. We have some spotted dick. Some blood tongue.
Don't talk about Chett like that. Do not talk about Chett like that.
Blood sausages would probably be what she'd want.
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely. We can get you a link of 5 for roughly and he starts saying something in a language you can't quite understand. Coins.
Free.
2 of them.
Okay. Two blood coins?
Yes.
Okay.
Bloody coins for bloody sausage.
I'm assuming that the gold that I have in my inventory is blood coins?
Yeah, I have adjusted. You actually, about half of all coins that everyone has at the moment are blood coins.
Okay.
Roughly.
So mine is 2.
So I'm actually going, I'm going to go through and actually adjust everyone's character sheets to give you inventory that are custom named blood coins. All right.
Okay. Well, she buys 5.
They function as gold in any other place. Okay.
So it's like gold, but if you shine a UV light on it, you're like, hey, wait, that's glowing. I think, did you actually say that? Something to that effect?
Yes, I definitely said that, and I'm not just recounting that in now. Pretty
I remember
sure
you saying they had this like reddish tinge to them.
So it is a gold coin that has a red tint to it.
Mhm.
almost as if it's been mixed with something that has offset it. I don't know if you know this, but Electrum, for example, is a real world alloy. It's
Mhm.
not just a made up currency in Dungeons and Dragons. Electrum is a real world currency that is made by mixing gold and silver, and it actually used to be referred
Mm.
to in history as green gold because it used to give the gold a greenish tint.
Huh. It's not currency in
Um,
in the kids' world. It's not currency. It is never used as currency. It's only used as like weapon or armor or other metal things.
and then I gotta
So yes, she's going to buy 5 blood sausages. And then turn away from everyone while she eats them.
Uh,
fair.
so we've gone through the woods. We haven't gone over the river though. So we're not going to grandma's house just yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't been over there already.
I do apologize that this is taking a little bit long because I gotta switch through each person's character sheet
That's
individually.
okay.
No, you're okay. She turns away mainly because she knows Carmine will make some kind of stupid comment about sausages going into her mouth, and she just doesn't. She's not here for that right now.
Well, I
Right.
rolled a 50%. Well, I rolled a 15 on the die for perception. So what's his? I rolled a 17. So no, he sees it, but like he when he sees it, what he sees is what you saw when he was feeding on the bullet after they had been killed, and he's like, oh, okay,
All right. There we go.
ooh, that was good.
Now, everyone's
Yeah.
character sheet should have. If you refresh character sheets, you should now see in them an item called a blood coin.
Woo!
Awesome.
Cap, it's just you at Olive Garden.
I do
And
not
those
go.
breadsticks.
I do not go to Italian McDonald's, but I appreciate the sentiment.
You did, and you remember you made the video.
Oh, yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Yes, it was us
Mhm.
in an Olive Garden. Yes.
Correct.
So, as you're eating through these blood sausages, it is undercooked. It's got an almost gumminess to the sausage itself. I don't know if you've ever eaten an undercooked sausage before. It's not the best texture in the world, but in your case, it doesn't matter because similarly to Carmine, you haven't eaten in a while, and it is starting to
Yeah.
dawn on you that this is
Yeah.
important and you needed food. It is just enough food to hold you over, but now you've gone so long without eating and not feeling that hunger until you start eating that now your body has realized it needs food and your stomach starts to growl as you finish off the sausages.
Mm.
Apparently, Granny likes it. Granny prefers her sausages raw.
I mean, bitch eats hearts. I don't think she's worried about texture.
She braises the
Uh,
hearts, a little marinade on them.
I do want to add a little thing because Carmine had felt a hunger he hadn't felt for a while, and it suddenly dawned on him. Granny just now did so as well. Philip, you don't feel hungry.
Does the spotted dick, is that made of,
Penis. It's made of
yes,
penis.
meat?
No,
It's not
it's
that.
it's a type of pudding. It's like a
Okay.
dessert. It's a real world item. It's a real world
Yes,
food.
no. Yes, I know.
It doesn't taste good. I've tried it once. It's kind of gritty.
It's actually made by
What?
it's made by a leopard themed tabaxi cook named Richard.
No. It's a slicing off of a gelatinous cube named Richard. It's a spato dick. Uh, uh, anyways, what do you Great, Rose, you got yourself some food. Philip, what are you doing right now?
I was actually going to order the spotted dick.
Absolutely. Um, the That will be a
Renee, are you sure you've had enough to eat? I heard your stomach growling.
I mean, I
coin.
could go for a serving of blood pudding, but I don't want to put you out.
Okay, blood pudding it is.
Thank you, dearie.
1 coin.
For
Blood
both?
coin.
Okay. Well,
Each.
okay, so I will give him 2 blood coins then.
And he hands you. They go back. He comes back and he hands you a plate that has a little mound of what looks like a tan with black spot jello, really, and another mound that basically fills a dish of this very dark red that's almost black jello again.
Mm-hmm.
It's congealed.
It's definitely not
Well,
vegan.
This plate
Um,
definitely says I eat healthy.
in fact,
Here's your
the
pudding,
chef comes out to hand it over to you because nobody eats dessert this early in the morning. You can't make
Huh.
out what he's saying, but you do see this goblin come out onto the from behind the counter and kind of like pop up to drop the plates down with sharper ears than normal and very pointed fangs. It's a hemo goblin.
God damn it.
All right.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Carmine, what are
amazing.
you doing at this time?
I'm making terrible, god awful puns. Like I'm imagining that if we got arrested, they'd put us in a cell that's painted completely like eggshell, and we'd be in the white blood cell.
It depends. There's 2 separate wings, and they're color
Hmm.
coordinated for men and women. There's the white blood cells and the red blood cells.
Right. Yep. Oh, I thought that was the gangs. I am very clearly. I am very clearly in the white blood cell.
Well, I'm in the red blood cells. Um,
Oh yeah, I
so
don't.
as you guys Ian, is there anything else to do per se? Are we waiting for Chett to get here to give you guys direction?
I'm I'm damn it. This is friction between what the character's doing and what Anthony wants to what fucking chaos Cap wants to do. Cap wants Carmine to be checking out the lady folk. I doubt that's happening though.
There is something that triggers in that you all notice. You didn't start your continuing today with all.
Didn't start what? I didn't you know, am I the only one? I had this wait a second. Is everybody frozen? Did my Discord
No.
crap out again? Oh, okay, thank God. Okay. I had this earworm stuck in my head and it's not there anymore. It's kind of nice.
What is an earworm?
Oh, it's like when you hit a song and then you can't get it out of you. It just keeps playing itself over and over inside your head. I don't know why they decided that was called a worm. Maybe somebody,
For
maybe
some
a,
reason, I was about to say, for some reason that song that's been playing is not non-diegetic. It is
mm,
diegetic, I guess. Which just
mm,
means that it is something that should be like background music in a movie should be
mhm,
only the viewer can notice,
mhm,
the characters can hear.
mhm. It's source music.
A word I learned from Doctor Who.
That's it. That's it. Maybe there was a wizard one time. Maybe there was a bard who cast a spell into a worm to. I'm just gonna keep fucking bullshitting if you don't stop me.
So but yeah, the idea is that I did not add the oh, that's great. Yummy, careful, werewolf, humble life. That's not actually completely off either.
Is that what Granny's into?
Oh my.
That's
Um,
Granny's reality show, Werewolf
I love
Humble
the
Life.
name of the clips. I love the
Yummy,
name of the clips.
careful werewolf humble life.
That just is Granny.
I'm that's the spinoff.
Um, You do hear some shouting coming from outside of the tavern. It's still fairly early, so there aren't very many people inside. Early for them, at least.
I hear that. Does anybody else hear that? I know sometimes I hear things other people don't hear.
Where's
Okay.
your accent from today, Carmine?
No, I went to
Who
bed
knows?
and I went to bed and I woke up. I roll for it. It's whatever I woke up with.
I'm
I'm
going
a
to
human.
focus in. Sorry, you go, Gemma.
I'm a human. I don't hear anything of what your mind tells you.
You do
Hmm.
all hear this, by the way. It is shouting that's coming from outside. It's not just Carmine being crazy, though. It for at least Carmine, it does sound like someone's trying to chant something.
I would like to
Mm.
try to hear what they're chanting.
So all you hear is more of a what is that sort of sound, like confusion. You can't really make out what's being said, but there definitely words are being shouted. Nothing is repeating as much.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right, let's see.
Curious.
What do we got here?
Is there a window?
Yes,
Is there a wall?
with very thick curtains
Oh,
up
sure,
on
sure,
the
sure.
window.
She's gonna walk over and just like peer out the window.
You see people kind of like running out of buildings and like to the middle of the streets to look straight up.
Something's going on. I feel like we should go check it out. The townspeople seem concerned.
Oh, yeah, that's not very good. Chet's he's fine. He'll be fine. That's all right.
I mean, you all told me to stay near all of you. Should I really be concerned about what they're being concerned about? Because they clearly want to eat me.
I mean, damn it.
Come with us.
I mean, that's the plan. I ain't staying here.
So
She just walks over and just scoops up the blood pudding. Is just like.
Not
Well,
where I
that
thought
was-
that
And then
sentence
walks
was
out.
going.
it is definitely like
Sure
a
you
very
did.
thick jello. It moves off the bowl with one solid piece.
Mhm. She just does a jello shot of blood pudding in the
Yeah,
Oh.
it's basically a jello shot of blood pudding.
Yep. Yep.
It's coagulated.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yep,
Alright.
Yerk. All right, well,
Uh,
let's get this. Is my dragon is there a drag? The dragon is curled up next to Chett. Chett and the dragon are literally just yin and yang curled up with each other on the floor in front of the fireplace.
The dragon's constantly like looking at the fireplace and like just the smallest little of fire to keep it going.
That's it. You got this.
Kind of like
got
how
this.
you might blow on a small ember to get it to go. It's the same
Mhm.
thing, but more like spitting gasoline.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah. Turns out dragons have gasoline loogies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
That's how they breathe fire.
As you guys start to head outside, you notice that the clouds are starting to gather. Very dark clouds start to gather around, start to swirl to a point, and you start to
Mm-hmm.
hear. Well, if as you all know, it's about time to start the second act. I feel like we're missing something. This isn't. I feel like a little bit more entertainment. This isn't quite as thrilling, and nothing says a great second act like another person. As a ray of rainbow light strikes down on the ground so hard it cracks the ground and straight up just murders one person. And you see
my God.
this large oversized figure in a red fur-lined cloak riding this ebony black horse come just trotting down the rainbow.
Well, that person died.
Just a little bit late.
I'll even put in the I'll put the music from Avengers Infinity War where Thor arrives by the Bifrost in Wakanda.
Yes.
We got this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you do
Amazing.
notice that that ebony black horse has 8 legs.
Yeah. It's an octahorse.
Everybody, welcome. No panic button.
I just come trotting down the rainbow.
He's playing a dark, fucked up version of Santa Claus.
Delightful.
Amazing.
Did you see that?
Amazing.
Oh, I literally turned to the dead guy next to me. Did you see that? Oh, never mind.
See all the children all around there. Toys for the young ones. Toys. Doku desu. I grab a handful of caltrops and just.
Fuck.
Everyone starts screaming and running around. By the way,
Yeah, that's Do we?
yes,
do-
we did discuss that. No Panic here is playing a grim dark version of like 4 different Santa Clauses, I think, and another fairy tale mixed in.
I was gonna say, is this
Amazing.
like if Santa Claus and Krampus had been one person, had been congenital twins?
And also
split
pulls from the
thinking.
origin of Claus.
Mm,
The story of presents going into stockings, or more specifically undergarments in general, comes
Mhm.
from Norse mythology.
yeah. Now, guys, do we shoot this one, or do we just wait?
I don't know.
I don't know if you want to be
Somebody-
taking bad actions there, mate.
I'm
Don't be a bad apple.
holding my action. Hold the action. Okay.
The way he
You
just
say out loud
smoked-
you're holding your action.
Oh yeah. See, this is my problem as a player, is that Anthony always gets in the character's way.
I find it funny. It's great. What were you about to say,
As
Jinma?
I'm
Yeah,
sitting
good.
there staring at you, I'm holding a bag that looks suspiciously like a giant shoe.
The way
You
he
don't-
just smote that one individual with rainbow lightning, was it?
Yeah.
I'm not firing at him.
Yeah, no, that seems like a bad idea. Yeah.
It's more like, it's still there, by the way. There's just this like hard light rainbow that kind of arcs in from the clouds down at like a stark like 60-degree angle.
Oh, so he's like, man, my brain just went in 3 different directions. He's like it's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So he's like a leprechaun, but then like my brain's like, yeah, the leprechauns are the elves that work at Santa's workshop. That's how they make
Going in
that's
the blood, mate.
that's how they make blood gold. Is all the gold in that guy's pocket is now blood gold.
Oh my god. I think it already was because they lived here.
Well, probably. Was it? Oh wait, what's he saying? He's saying get in the bag.
No, I
I'm
said,
sorry.
are you going in the bag, mate? Or are you going to be a good little rooker there?
The answer is not no. I'm just not sure if yes is the right answer.
We're gonna go with yes.
Only good little boys get presents. Bad ones, they meet the missus. They go in the bag.
Whoa. No. Yeah, no. I'm good. Well,
I flip the top of the shoe over, kind of stuff it down, but I'm still giving you a weird look.
I'll say I'm good. Do you actually have a list though?
I lost my list, and unfortunately, mate, can't remember shit without it.
Perfect. I am definitely good.
You know, Carmine, I'm quite surprised you didn't ask him if he speaks common before this whole interaction started.
Well, he's speaking common.
Well, there's still the horse.
Oh wait.
Give it a sec. He'll
Is
remember.
is Australian not common? Is it like Welsh?
Oh no. What did I do?
It's a dialect.
He speaks
It-
he speaks slightly common.
Actually, Carmine, you're having a perfectly fine conversation because it's giant.
Very good. Yeah, he speaks uncommon.
Uncommon.
Oh boy.
Looks like we're not going to have any problems then, eh?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but not with us.
Who are you?
Wonderful. Let's head inside.
And now he's speaking Gnomish.
What do you just?
Right? Draconic. Draconic, yeah.
Hmm.
So you can still understand him, Carmine.
I can
You're the
still
only
understand.
person who has no problem understanding.
Yeah,
You have so
yeah.
many languages and you don't have undercommon. That is hilarious to me.
Yeah, yeah. I've got common, draconic, dwarvish, elvish, giant, infernal, orc, and sylvan. And I love the idea that, like, and I assume that's kind of what's going. Like, if you know that many languages and you just kind of accidentally, like, your brain gets a little crossed up sometimes, you're speaking some like Spanglish version of like orcish crossed with gnomish, crossed with infernal,
Oh yeah.
infurkish.
There. How do... There is no storyline at the moment.
How do
The
you
only
deal
thing
with
that
the
you-
mess you've made?
How do I give you guys a direction to go in without saying go this way? There's like a few places you can go. The first thing that you could do is look around for whatever this party celebration that it's happening, because there was a celebration for the anniversary of the coronation of the queen. The next place you could end up going is that someone mentioned going to the Adventurers Guild, which happens to work like the blood bank. And this whole city operates like Batman by putting blood in front of basically everything.
Yeah, yeah. I like it.
Well, while you figure this out, I will. And I grab the corpse of the smoked individual and I put it in a chest that my 8-legged horse is carrying.
Well, before you do that, could we maybe have the heart?
I don't suppose that would be bad. And I take him back out, and I take a dagger off my bandolier, and then Incan style, right through the seventh rib.
Well,
Just,
that's visceral.
He's efficient.
I'm holding them open. Get it?
Okay. Rose is gonna walk up and she's like, unless you wanted it for yourself.
You pull out a gray shriveled heart.
You're better than nothing.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
You could
She
nurse
rolls
it back.
out to Carmine.
Oh no, I assumed you wanted it. What
Oh.
if she holds it out without saying anything? He's gonna be like, I assume it's like plants. Like you just show it some tender loving care, and it'll perk up.
This gives you a very strange look. I don't think that's quite how that works. But thank you for thinking of me, dearie. And she opens up her little handbasket and stuffs the heart inside.
It kind of resembles like an overripe avocado.
I'm gonna say this out loud, knowing I'm gonna inflict psychic damage on myself. I'm not a horticulturist.
Damn it.
4.
Yeah,
4 points of psychic damage.
yeah.
Why?
But I'm.
Rolling
because
D6s for this, by the way.
yeah,
You're taking psychic damage.
But when it's self-inflicted, I'm vulnerable to it, which means it's actually 8 points.
No, this is DM psychic damage that you are taking, by the way.
Perfect. Beautiful. I was going to say, the guy in the sky is like... I get a headache. I'm like, oh, shit.
Ridiculous.
You know, ever since we showed up here... Ever since we showed up here, every time I make a shitty pun, I end up with a migraine and a shitty Scottish accent.
So
weird.
The options I can give you guys for a direction to go in is you can go to the Adventurers Guild and see what information there is there. Maybe trade in whatever gold coins you have currently for more blood coins. wander around the festival to see if you can gather more information about who the queen is, what this coronation is. The classic D&D party thing of going to the library to find out things is always an option. Personally, I can't think of anything else that you guys would just have as knowledge without finding more plot relevant stuff.
Have we seen local coin? Or like the blood coins that we had, were they from here or did they just happen to be blood coins from somewhere?
For whatever reason, all the coins look the same. Some of them just happen to have a reddish tint to them. There is a symbol of what looks like a gold dragon with whiskers. That's why it looks like a gold dragon on one side, and on the other side seems to be some form of ancient rune scripture that you can't really quite read.
Okay. Because I was, as a
It's
numismatist,
four
I know.
runes.
Gotcha. As a numismatist, I know that many nations like to put their heads of state on their coinage. So I was wondering if we had seen an image of this queen on any of the coins.
Nope, not at all. In fact, there's no images of anyone, no mirrors anywhere.
No, I would imagine not.
No pictures,
Not
no
even
nothing.
paintings?
No paintings.
Not yet.
Who do you take these people for? They are not vain. There's no vanity here.
Yet. Well,
Mirrors have been outlawed.
Philip, would you
not
like to
anyone
teach?
specifically?
Would you like to teach these folks a thing or two about vanity? I don't know that. Carmine doesn't know that. Never mind.
I suppose I could, but I feel like it would get me in more trouble.
I mean, no one's taken a bite out of you yet.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of lady folk though eyeing you up.
It's still early in the night, so probably around like 6 a.m. That's when the red light district turns on.
6 a.m.
Well, we're in a vampire town, so the day and night are flipped.
Oh,
The city is awake when the sun is down.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
So when you look at that that way, the sun went down about 8 p.m. and it'll come back up around 7 a.m.
Which means the ladies of the night, well, the folks of the night, you see them warts and all because the fucking sun is up.
Ladies of the morning.
They're
the
dawn casters.
Amazing. So,
I guess.
yeah, I was gonna say our cat person is licking their balls in their sleep. Do we want to go to the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of your dragon again? I keep forgetting this. You need to put it in chat or something so I can look at it. Just message me the name of your dragon.
Janara. Oh, that's right. I was using Janara as my plot coupon to be like, what should we? Fuck it, the dragon's doing a thing.
So Janara has Chett just curled up on her back as it's trotting along behind you.
Amazing.
Chett's gonna wake up. I have no idea where the fuck he is.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
unusual.
It smells damp pussy.
Do not speak about. Don't talk about Ruby. Oh, him. That's Chett.
You look at this wet, ash-covered tabaxi that's wearing some form of clothes, more tattered, looking like almost like one of your sacks, covering a lot of them, and they are the size of a large adult, yet they, for whatever reason, you can't help but think of them as a child.
Okay. Reach in my sack, pull out my cleansing stone, and poke him with it.
Your what? I need to look at your character sheet. What the hell do you have in here?
A cleansing stone? Yep, that's a common magic item, right? It's a bar of soap.
He's a pretty heavy sleeper.
I do not see that on your character sheet.
How is it not there? I bought one.
Did you accidentally? Because I didn't remove it the first time either.
Did it fall? Did it fall on the dead guy and it's now in the chest?
I mean, you can have just soap. That's an actual thing you can just buy.
I got a cleansing stone. I want to be able to poke people and cleanse them.
That's something we can worry about later. I'll even get you a proper cost for it later. Because a lot of these common magic items have weird prices. Because, like, basic Google search will say a lot of them are 2 to 5 gold pieces, but the DMG says most of them are like 50 to 100 gold pieces or more. My sane magic items list can change their price from 10 to 2,000 gold based on how powerful the item is for roleplay reasons. Thank you, Cap.
Wait.
It varies, but
it was like 10 gold.
no, I can get that for you real quick.
I'd really want to be able to wallop people clean. That would just be awesome. Oh no, 20 gold.
50 gold.
50?
What?
Because it's also supposed to be able to remove curses and other negative effects.
Oh, I didn't see that, but
That-
I want it.
That's just a bar of soap. When you use it to wash a kid's mouth out, that's how you remove curses.
Oh no, there's 2 different cleansing stones. That's the problem. There are 3 different cleansing stones. Okay. Problems come down to price because there's a 50 gold, there's a 20 gold, there's a 500 gold. Holy cow. Moving the just add poking this tobacco with it though does not remove any of the ash that they're covered in. Or at least doesn't really appear to. They're still completely damp. If anything, they look more moist.
That is one moist pussy.
It's now like it's got that slick, like when you washed your hair, but you didn't get all the shampoo out now.
Why are there so many tiers of soap? Well, you have your bath bombs, your bubble bath, your
Your
bath
organics.
salts. Wait, no, that's a drug.
Ooh. Yeah, roll for drugs. No, you've got your organics, your organic soaps, your
What do we have here? We have gifted crispy garlic tea ruck.
I can't handle the garlic part. I don't. I mean, even crispy garlic.
Garlic.
Crispy garlic
Gives you hives.
Yeah, you know what?
My theory is that vampires aren't actually allergic to garlic. They just tell people that they are so that they'll pre-season themselves for them.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on if the vampire is garlic or not. Most vampires are described as being incredibly white, which means that even salt and pepper should be spicy to them. Can you imagine putting garlic on your food?
I can't even drink Sprite. Sprite is spicy water.
Yeah, but McDonald's Sprite is the right kind. It's like TV static.
I can. Yeah, no, I can drink it. No,
yeah, exactly.
I feel like though, if garlic comes up, Carmine, that's like the one thing. As someone who is, I think I'm like 21% of the time. As someone who enjoys Italian food very much, I feel like that's the thing where Carmine gets really morose. If it's like you're talking about garlic, he's like, I love garlic. God, I used to eat it all the time, and now I can't have it anymore. It's terrible.
You don't even remember what garlic tastes like, but you know you love it.
Yeah.
That sounds like quitter talk.
It's quitter talk. Is that a special hashtag of TikTok for people who quit stuff?
It's just Carmine sitting down with a bowl of spaghetti, some garlic Alfredo sauce, and garlic bread, and an EpiPen.
I was gonna say that, or no, he both owns and he created and helped to create and owns garlic scented candles, and he will have a bowl of spaghetti and he'll just have garlic scented candles because the smell can trick you into so he's eating he's
it still burns your nose hair a little, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, I can breathe up. It's okay, everything's fine.
It's like cutting onions. You start crying just smelling the garlic.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're getting off track. There's a few things that you guys can do. What do you want to do? Oh no.
Blood bank.
Panic, your video camera freezing at just some of the worst moments there.
He's eating a blood banana. Blood bank? Is Janara headed toward the blood bank? I feel like
No, she's standing behind you. She's just
No,
waiting 'cause
Rose
she
is
doesn't
headed
know the
towards the
town.
blood bank.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm following
Alright.
Rose. Janara is following Rose, and then I'm like, well, they're both going that way, so I guess I'm going that way.
Yeah, toxic. I know. I also feel bad about Salt Spicy. Philip, are you following the the werewolf and the vampire?
I'm within arm's reach of Granny. Like, that doesn't ever not happen.
Fair.
Good.
It's good to stay near the person who
What
can
a
warn you that
smart
something's about to
young
happen.
man.
And Santa, would you like to introduce yourself to the party?
Yes, sir. My name is Larry.
Larry. Okay.
Larry.
Rary.
Could you spell that, please?
Larry.
Rary. Does he want us to repeat it? Is that what's happening here?
Larry. Larry.
Rary. Gotcha. Yep. Do you have brothers? Do you have brothers named Mo and Curry?
No. My name is Rary.
Rary. His name is
So-
Rary.
Nice to meet you.
Reach into my little shoulder satchel, pull out a little handful of sand. Rary.
Real quick, just make an attack roll.
Attack roll.
So, yeah, just so you know, Panic. I don't know if you want me to call you by your name. But if you look on your character sheet under actions, actually that wouldn't really. Yeah, under actions, go down to unarmed strike and click the +8.
Holy shit.
Well, that would be you.
Unarmed strike. How far down is it? Oh, it's attack.
It's an attack. It's very far down because of all your daggers.
I like him.
Unarmed strike. What do I click?
The +8.
+8.
Pretty sure you're gonna hit me. Let's see what my AC is. Oh,
20.
Dirty 20.
20.
That does hit.
Yes. Now, is it radiant
So-
sand? Because that would suck.
No, it's just sand. A pocket sand.
Okay.
You now have sand in your eyes, and you're blinded for a minute.
Okay. Let me see. What senses do I have?
Your your skin also glow starts to dim.
Why? Why would
Are
you
you
do
still
that?
having problems with pronunciation, mate?
It's okay. It's my fault. He was speaking overcommon there for a second. It's all right. Wait. I'm trying to I'm honing in on where everybody's talking. I'm trying not to trip.
You are facing Janara.
Name's Larry, mate. Say it, Larry.
Larry. His name's Larry. Ruby, and I'm saying this to Janara. Ruby, his name's Larry.
It's Rose.
I'm gonna put holy water in the sand next time.
Wait, your name's Rose.
Don't you dare! And Rose steps in front of Carmine. Don't you dare!
I've been calling you Ruby. I legitimately thought your name was Ruby. Carmine's been calling you Ruby.
It's okay. Our minds tend to go when we get older.
Yeah.
It's all right, little Shayla. I got no problem with you.
All right. So Carmine and Rose are heading towards the blood bank because Rose is in that direction. Jinma, you are following, or Philip, you are falling behind. Larry, are you going to be joining them? You've kind of been dropped here, and you have the sense that you're supposed to be with this group for some reason, though you can't remember why, and you know more or less what they've already done.
Might as well follow the plot. Keep on going.
Rose has Carmine's hand because he's still blinded by the sand.
Simon. Jesus fucking Christ! Now I turn to Philip and I say, Simon, who's Rose? Holy
She like
shit!
tugs to
You
bring him down.
faggot.
Are you okay?
No, was
It's
that
like
What
getting
was in
sand
that sand?
was that memory sand? What the hell? Did you sand off my memory? Holy McFuckballs! Wow.
I didn't know that's how
Ooh.
you. I didn't know you can factory restart a vampire.
Yeah.
No, this was in the little box.
Oh, is it? Wait, did that used to be a person? That sand?
Oh, I got it from the kitties litter box.
That actually, it's the ammonia. The ammonia fucking hit. Yeah, that
It's
actually
the
explains it.
borax.
Yeah, it's the brain worm. See,
I have
It's
si-
the
ten
it's the drain
bugs,
bramage.
10
Simon,
bugs of kitty litter.
This is how you get an earworm. Except this time it's an eye worm.
We need a clip. It's the drain bramage.
It's the drain brain. Oh my
Wait, who's Simon?
right? Turns out, I think. Wait, is Carmine's real name Alheimer? Somebody put that
It's
in.
about to be.
Yeah. Uh, man, there's like 6 levels. I don't know what the fuck's going on in my head right now.
As you guys are basically dragging this gibbering beast, blabbering mouther with you, uh, to, to the direction of what appears to be an adventurers guild. The reason it appears to be so is because it's a fairly large building, reminiscent of to a point, it kind of resembles like a mansion almost, or a town hall mixed in. You can tell it's most likely an adventure building because the doors themselves seem to all be open constantly, and there are many people just standing around in what looks like a very large open foyer. Beloved crowded sandstorm whole wheat. uh just to have an idea,
You're
Panic, one of
welcome.
the things that we do is we just read off the URL for the clips because it's hilarious. um as you guys get up to the Adventurers Guild, you notice that there aren't a lot of people in it. Like, there's people standing around. Some of them are heavily armored, some of them are less so. You see the stereotypes. More specifically, you see someone in like a dark hood holding like 2 daggers. You see someone in like a long blue robe with a big blue pointy hat holding a staff. You see someone who looks like they're wearing nothing but a loincloth holding a big giant battle axe. You see, quite literally, it looks like a children's coloring book of characters. Everyone roll me a perception check, please.
Basically entered the
Oh.
we've entered the actual 1980s D&D cartoon.
There's also a little white unicorn with pink hair.
I want one.
Well, that's a nat 20. So
Oh
This is
yes,
How do I?
that's right. Panic. I'll copy it and bring it back down. But there are homebrew rules when it comes to rolls. I put them in the chat real early on when I first gathered everybody together. But I want to make sure that everybody knows them.
I'm just trying to find where I click to.
So,
did
do you
it.
see your skills? Like the list of skills: acrobats, animal handling, arcane, athletics.
Oh yeah.
Scroll down to you see perception and click the +1.
Oh okay.
I rolled
the
an
reason-
11 to verify.
All right. So the reason why Rose just did that is because the way that I run my games is if you critically succeed on something, you have to roll again to see if you do. You're confirming your crits. It's an old school rule for D&D, and it's one I prefer because it means that your crits mean more, and because of that, I have your crits actually do more as well. Well, we always start lowest and then we go up. So Carmine, there's something about the lighting in here that seems a little weird. Like there's sconces with candles in them to light up the area, and then you have some of the tables have like little oil lanterns, and yet you have a big crystal chandelier with magic crystals that are giving off light. Like there's a lot of different types of light sources, and none of it makes sense. It does not flow well. It doesn't look good.
I still got sand in my
Plus,
eyes.
you add on to that the fact that everybody's glowing.
It's true.
It,
Yeah. I feel like I'm in a J.J. Abrams movie. Everything is a fuck. My eyes have lens flares on them.
yeah. He's probably handling something important. But
Those are called cataracts, dearie.
Yes, it's the floaters that go in front of your eyes, and you're like, see, that's the problem of immortality. You live for a really, really, really long time. It doesn't mean you live well.
Wait, is that why J.J. Abrams always uses lens flares? Because he has cataracts and that's how he perceives the world?
It might be. He's like,
here, I
everyone
just
will
thought
see
he
the
had
world like
astigmatism.
yeah.
For stigmatism, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It's
No,
stigmatism.
that's what Jesus had on his. Oh, that's the stigmata. Never mind.
Anyways, Larry and Philip, you both notice that
it's rary.
by looking around, you notice that there aren't a lot of people. Everyone is quite literally very stereotypical of basically the 80s idea of a Dungeons and Dragons character, down to like nobody's faces really seem to have any defining features. They're all very generic. Like you've got a white guy, human with glasses, a stubbly beard, and brown short hair. The generic. You see
Hi guys, welcome to the Adventurers Guild. If you head over this direction, you can get signed in and assigned a team name.
You do see Philip and Larry, you do both manage to see where there is a receptionist desk sort of thing. There are 3 different stalls, and there is something written in Undercommon above each of them. Not that you can make it out or read it, but all 3 of the people sitting at the receptionist desk look identical to each other. Down to the uniform, outfit, face, everything looks exactly the same. You've been Nurse Joyed.
They're triplets.
Yes. Rose, you notice looking around, nobody's moving. Everyone is just kind of standing there like a statue. You're not even sure if they are people. They could be very realistic wax statues, as far as you can tell. They're not moving, they're not blinking, they're not talking, yet you can hear conversations.
Strange.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
They speak in common.
The triplets. Oh. What?
No, everything you hear is sounds like German.
It's angry German. Ich bin ein Leben! What the fuck? What? Did some... Oh, what? Oh, damn. I was going to say, I have to look up the thing that Popo said was German for sweets. Süß something. I'm not...
Earlier we had a child running by screaming, Schmeiterling!
Surprise! Yay! I guess I'm going to walk right up to the one in the middle.
They kind of like sit up in a very weird, like where they were staring forward until you got about 10 feet away, and then they just sit up and they smile and start saying something to you that you can't quite make out.
Oh. You stepped into their activation aura.
Would like to register, please.
They look at you confused for a second, and then you hear back in Draconic. I'm not doing a Japanese accent. You hear back in Draconic. Yes. How may we help you? Have you been here before?
No, that's why I want to register.
Yes. If you go to that desk and they point to their right, they can help you sign in and file any information that you need.
Thank you very much.
That's gonna be the name of my first album. Yo, there he is. That's gonna be the name of
Yeah.
my first
Hello.
my spoken word poetry album is gonna be called "Secretive Smelly Lamp Hey Girl."
Real quick,
Am I right?
Chett, have you been listening to the conversation, the game so far?
No.
You wake up basically um slightly more damp than usual on the back of Carmine's dragon in a
Oh.
building that you don't recognize.
In the arms of
Oh,
a
it is a
dragon.
Wednesday. So this one notices it is Wednesday. Yes.
You also have a new compatriot. There is a large burly Goliath man on top of a ebony black 8-legged horse just next to you.
Oh, in the adventures? Oh, fuck yeah!
Yeah, I imagined you haven't gone off the horse yet because you never mentioned it.
Sleipnir, we step to the right.
Never have, never will.
Yo, that thing has
He's gone. He's currently up at the desk talking to the receptionist.
that horse
You,
has great
do
parallel
me a
parking.
favor and roll a perception, Chett.
A perception Chet.
Yes, a perception, Chett.
Love it.
21.
Damn, y'all doing well. And then you get to notice this as well.
Them.
You look around and you see that you're in basically an adventurers guild, and you see a handful of individuals standing around in the most 80s stereotypical class descriptions you can find. As I said before, you see a large man in like a loincloth, otherwise naked, holding a giant battle axe. You see someone in blue robes with a blue pointy hat. You see someone in a dark cloak holding 2 daggers. Their faces are all mostly nondescript, very generic. You see like a human male with with glasses, some stubble, white, and short brown hair. The generic man.
I don't remember having mushrooms at dinner.
But one other thing you notice is that none of them are moving. They're not blinking. They don't look like they're breathing, and they're not talking, yet you can hear conversation around you as if they are.
They're
Like
speaking
background
Simlish.
noise.
After all.
While our new friend is talking to the receptionist, Rose is walking up to the generic man and the guy with the daggers, and it's just kind of like trying to
As you
figure
get
out what's happening.
as you get closer, about 10 feet away, their faces start to become more descript. You start to notice like crooked noses and moles, and like one of them has a glossed over eye, and their mouths start to move to the conversation, and it sounds like it's coming from them now. You were just
So
outside
take
of
a couple
render
steps
distance.
back.
They continue to speak and move about, but their description, their faces seem to like flush back over.
This is how you save memory space when you're programming, is you don't have things render if the players aren't actually interacting with them.
I would like to try to tell, see if I can hear heartbeats coming from them. Or any
Oh.
sound coming from them.
I'd say roll perception at disadvantage because it is noisy in here, but you are also using your racial trait for that, which gives you advantage. So you are doing
So
one of
roll-
what? No, you are doing one of my homebrew things, which is a roll at advantage and disadvantage. So you have to roll 3 d20s and take the middle result.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
For your
Yeah,
perception.
all of your stack.
10,
Well,
5, and 9.
so a 9. So I'll get back to you in just a minute. Larry, as you are approach this next desk, they sit up and they start immediately talking to you in Draconic. How may I help you today?
I want to register.
Yes. How long have you been in this town?
Almost 10 minutes.
Interesting. Very well. How many party members are you registering?
That depends. How much does it cost?
Oh, well, registration itself is free, but it does cost 2 blood coins per amulet for your guild cards.
I'll see. That's how they get you.
I turn around. Are we in a party?
I mean, there is a
Speak undercommon.
Philip heard
I think I can speak
the
common.
whole blood coin thing.
Undercommon, and no, you can't.
Yes, yeah, we are.
Philip heard the whole blood coin thing, and he doesn't know really what they're for other than interactions on some level. So he just goes up and sets a sack full of 8. Or however many I have left.
You have 7.
I said 6.
It's in your inventory.
There you go.
You said 8, but 6, yeah.
I have 7. I can. We can buy our we can buy our powers combined, but we can buy our purses combined. Cover.
Carmine, you don't have any.
I have none. We can buy your purses combined.
You have to remember all of your blood coins you gave to Chett.
Oh yeah, I gave because that was a really expensive blood orange, but honestly, it was worth it.
In your inventories will be an item called blood coin.
Oh, I was looking at I have 7 regular gold. I can bleed on them, but I don't think that's the same exchange rate.
Inventory.
Yes, if you for instance, Larry, if you click on inventory and scroll down, you should see something called blood coin.
It's rare.
It is in alphabetical order.
This one has 5.
So it should be in there somewhere.
It is. You have you might have to refresh your sheet just in case.
At least 3 of them are his.
Refreshing?
Yes.
Inventory. There they are. Oh, I got 8 of them.
So for a party of 5, that would be a party of 5, that would be 10 blood coins.
Now, do we have Matthew Fox, Scott Wolf, Nev Campbell, and Lacey Chabert here?
You missed me on that one. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Oh,
Sorry, do I need to point out right now that I am Gen Z?
You need to actually research the 1900s. Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, you have to understand, the 90s for him are the before time.
That's
I was
true.
born in 98.
Well,
That
it's for all of us, it's anything prior. I graduated high school in 1998.
I'm just doing this to make y'all feel old.
Okay, I was 5 when you
97.
graduated high school.
You don't have to work hard to make me feel. I mean, nobody has to work hard to make me feel.
I make my wife feel old all the time
Well,
because she's only 6 years older than me.
I mean, we're just doing this to make you feel good. Like you're a young, up and coming DM. We want to encourage you.
That's right.
I'm
gonna kill your entire city. By the way, go on.
Well, Larry might. Anyways, so what were we just talking about? God damn it, I'm so lost now.
For a party of 8, it will be 6.
About registering
It'll be
for
16 gold for our union cards.
10.
10.
4.
Oh, for
2
I don't know
each.
why I thought it was a party of 8. See,
Oh, I thought we were bidding.
Look, Simon already put down 6 gold. Ruby has some gold. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
We'll see if there's a table available. How big is your party?
I am the party.
This is all in your mind.
Sorry, Kit.
As I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
My friend Kit in
5.
chat said that stop making her feel old.
Now, does Chett count as 2? Do we have to pay twice for him?
No, but
Fox is not
Carmine,
here.
Oh,
Carmine and Larry do have to worry about technically registering pets.
But this side dish has to pay for registration.
You must register under your application that you are accompanied by a animal companion that can be insured upon.
Himbo, did you just introduce D&D taxes? Because you're making me claim Janara as a dependent right now.
It is also part of the blood bank. What do you think?
Secretive, smelly lamp. Hey, girl.
Yes, that was the last one.
Could you clip that? Actually, that's perfect. That's like the double. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Everything's
Where the
great.
hell did that come from?
Everything's fantastic. Stream elements.
Sorry. I have not seen that in a long time.
Enter a message. A friend of the channel, an amazing creator, and a wonderful human being has been going through some tough times. If you are able to help financially, your contributions are welcome. If you are unable, sharing this would be just as welcome.
I am curious. What is this for? What is this?
Oh, that was for Blue.
Oh.
That's why I was like, where did this come from? I haven't seen this message in a long time.
Honestly, like, if anybody wants to, go for it. Like,
Stream Elements is like, I'm awake, I swear.
Stream Elements is Internet Explorer. All right, so
Hey, I will use that special save glare. Don't forget I make dice. Anyway, Knight threatening to send me a package with special shaped glitter. Anyways, so for registration, it will.
Isn't it?
You must register how many party members, what their occupations are, any companions you may have alongside them, and your party name. And then to receive your guild cards, it will be a small fee of 2 coins per person.
So first we have to form an LLC, and then we have to register the paperwork with the state that the.
Don't worry, you can take out a loan on your life later.
Yeah, well, as
Joke's
a,
on you. We are
a-
deathless.
I was gonna say, as an undead, is that like what's my line of credit on my life?
It dips into your life insurance fund.
That's cool. I'm undead. What's the amortization on being undead? Okay, now fuck.
You have to remember this entire town is.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
surprised
true.
They've got a plan for that.
Give you a quote.
Can I try intimidation? I would like to know if there is a discount. I just bump a bottle of holy water right there on the desk in front of him.
Go ahead, roll for intimidation.
I'm intimidated.
Intimidation.
He's still on our side, right?
Intimidation.
Still on our side.
I don't know who he is.
27.
I don't know who you are. I assume you're on my. Wait, are you on my side?
Without
Who are
blinking
any
or
of you?
missing a
Okay.
beat, they continue staring at you with a response, almost an automated response of, "I'm sorry, we do not
Dun,
offer
dun,
discounts at this time."
Sorry.
Dude,
Well, if I
we
got a
do not offer
27 and that's the
discounts at this
response I
time.
get.
due to
Now,
higher than
you
greater
also-
demand.
Would you like? Have you heard about your party's extended warranty?
No. Ah. Do we have to be registered? Like, if we go adventuring, are we going to get like busted for adventuring without a license?
That's a good question. Should ask
Are
someone.
we adventuring? Like, honestly, see, here's the thing.
Don't
The
they
real
know where I am?
Yeah, the real question is actually the opposite of that. If we do anything really fucked up and untoward, which is probably what we were going to do anyway, are we going to get away with it because we're registered?
So we're starting that now, you're saying?
Shh, no, I'm preparing for when we start it later.
Mm. What
These are
is
all great questions.
benefits of registering?
That's an
Ah,
excellent way to put it. Thank you. I'm going to
a
shut the fuck
registered
up over
member of the a registered member of the guild has free use of all public resources.
Ooh.
Has the ability to enter into certain public. Public is not quite the right term.
We get the bathroom key.
Some some exclusive government buildings, as well as free entry and exit from free entry and. Is there another term for exit? And my brain's just brain farting right now.
Departure.
Departure. Thank you.
Uh,
Entrance and departure from the city, as well as the ability to take quests from the guild directly.
Although
Is
now
this-
I want the automated clerk to be like, for any and all entrances and fucking off of the city.
I think
For all arrivals and departures.
Rose and Carmine had the same exact thought at the same exact time. Is this New Jersey? I gotta pay to get the fuck out of here?
It turns out you guys just happened to go through when the toll cameras were turned off.
Oh yeah, morning.
Yeah,
That's-
morning.
Oh, so we just leave at morning. Okay, cool. Now we're good.
Yeah, who's gonna stop us?
Michael
Ladies of
McDoesn't
the night.
exist.
I feel like
There's
anybody
so
who would
many
go ahead.
actually exist.
Yeah.
The
Sir
pe-
not appearing in this film.
I feel like the people who would stop us are in this party. So, like, yeah, we're.
See, he gets away with that, but he won't let me name my paladin sirloin of beef.
I want to name a paladin. His last name is Tificate because then he's certificate.
Of?
See, now you have to get
Of-
like a Loxodon paladin or a gift paladin, one of the very large ones, and
Mhm.
and have them be conference.
Circumference. So, Tificate, he is certificate of deposit.
See, that reminds me of
take
my
this.
of a rogue
take
who is almost late every time, almost late no matter what, but arrives precisely when they need to. Their name's Justin. Just in time.
I refuse to believe you have any other characters aside from a goblin artificer.
Now, is your goblin
also-
artificer a guy who has every conceivable thing he might possibly need, just in case?
No, that's his cousin.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, his is like Boomy McShort Fuse or some shit like that.
Boomy
Yes!
Short Fuse is my constant PC I play because I
Mhm.
love goblin artificers. That is
Yes.
specifically an alchemist who makes bombs and blows himself up.
Leander has met and worked with Boomy. My artificer has met and worked with Boomy. Yep.
Boomy canonically has completed Popo's training.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
In the most disappointing fashion.
Yes.
Mm.
Hey, I did everything I could for that.
No, yeah, he did everything he could to actually land the hit, and when he landed it, 2 damage. Just leave.
I spent like
you ruined it.
15 minutes prepping, and he's just standing there, idle animation, sort of.
I remember that.
anytime now. That was great.
He's like, it's like that big power up, just like, fuck out of here.
You won
It's
in
like
the most
Falcon
technical way.
Punch, and it's just a rubber duck squeak.
Yep.
You succeeded in the absolute most technical way. Please just go.
Anyways,
So, are we registering?
The benefits of registering with the guild allow you to have your guild cards act as identification to allow for entry into exclusive areas, potentially discounts at different shops, as well as access to the quest board itself.
So we get the discounts, or we get the Discord server. Do we get a lanyard for the because then we can like swipe the card when we go to places.
Well, it is an amulet, so yes.
next to our names on Twitch.
They're basically dog tags.
Okay.
Where?
No, he's a cat, and she's a
Right
dragon.
here, Derry.
So what would you like to
This
do,
one,
Larry?
this one is quicker than I gave him credit for.
Rose
We
just
get
growls at
paid
Chett
for the quests.
in a friendly way.
What was that?
Do we get paid for the quests?
Yes, upon completion. That is what, and points to the person next to them. That is what that receptionist is for. Completion of your quests.
Very good. And I'll thunk my coins down on the table.
They start shifting through your coins, separating out the gold from the blood coins. You do appear to be too short.
He's pretty tall.
Looking up at the giant. Yeah. Santa whips out his sack.
Oh
Turn around.
my.
Anybody want to chip in?
Rose will take out 2 blood coin.
I definitely want
thank
to.
Rose, you can't quite make out what's being said, but as far as you can tell, there it seems to be gratitude as they shift them over, scoop them off the table, and drop them into a bin. And a set of forms come out for like a stack like that thick of forms come out that need to be filled in. If you
I
would just
take arms
fill in
and
this,
slide them over right in front of Granny.
the receptionist contact Larry. If you just fill out these forms to file the information on your party companions and occupations, that information will be transported into the documents to create your guild cards, which should be ready in about 2 hours.
Yeah, as I'm sliding them over to her, I say, I hit the things. And I give her the paperwork and just leave her to her own devices.
She grabs a whole pen. Starts.
You see a bunch of random symbols across this across these papers, and like open just dashed lines for the what you would imagine is where you're supposed to fill in the information.
Which one of you tried to spell your name with an apostrophe?
Ruby, don't put your social security number on that. I don't care if he says he's a Nigerian prince.
Who's Ruby?
Don't put your social what?
I think at this point we need the dog tags just so Carmine can walk up, look at them, and go, "Ah, yes, Rose."
Simon, Ruby's confused again.
What was in that orange?
Who is
What was in the sand?
It's a chemical reaction. It's a chemical reaction
Chett?
between the citrus and the sand.
Chett, can you read this?
Come again.
Can you read this?
What did you call me?
Chett?
Oh, okay. I thought you called me Cat.
No, I said Chett.
Oh, sorry. What language is it in?
It is in Draconic.
Wait, can I read this? What do I read?
I don't think I can.
Oh wait, no, I can read this. I just speak Draconic. I thought it was.
Good.
Yes, I do.
Oh, I apologize. I thought
the way you
I
were
was switching
describing
around.
it, I thought it was syntax. I'm like,
I thought this was the language that he had been speaking that everybody speaks in this place. So I just
Because I was
assumed
switching
it was
around so fast, I thought your character sheet said Dwarvish, not Draconic. That's my problem. My
okay.
fault. I do apologize. So you've been able to understand. You and Carmine are able to understand what Larry is saying when he is speaking with the Japanese-ish accent,
Okay.
without any issues, and you were able to hear it entirely.
Is that Draconic?
So yes, Draconic is now Japanese. Undercommon is German, and Giant is Australian.
That tracks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That
That's
makes
what we
perfect.
have so far.
Vampiric is just like whatever the fuck comes out of my mouth at a given moment.
And thieves can't. But thieves can't.
It has to be Cockney. I don't care what he said before he glitched out.
Thieves can't is
Vampire's Cockney.
oh vampires Cockney. I was gonna say thieves can't is like rhyming Cockney.
Thieves can't is just how Carmine's been speaking recently.
It's
Nobody's been able to understand it.
thieves can't is fucking word salad.
I thought it was gonna be
What?
Pig Latin.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, yeah.
yes. Rose, you are able to see that this that everything is in Draconic. I do apologize. It basically is 5 layers of 4 sheets. The first sheet is for basic information listing species and name, age, physical identification, as well as the basic idea of an occupation.
Okay.
Tell them
The
self-employed.
second,
Rusty, check your phone.
the second page identifies more speciality based to identify what specifically your occupation what in your occupation you have skills regarding to. Page 3 is a list of spells that you were able to cast, and page 4 is for any animal companion that you may have.
It's your character sheet.
Okay.
It's your character sheet.
Real
Okay.
quick, Rusty, check your phone.
Oh no.
And the 5th page is your I-9.
Yeah.
Then you got to put your withholding, how many dependents.
need- I need you to roll 5 sleight of hands.
Okay.
But anyways, Rose, as you were doing,
So she's
20,
she'll go to each person
25,
and be like, "What's your
oh.
race? What's your name?"
15.
African American. No.
Oh. Well, that one's a nat. That last one's a nat 1 with my plus 11. So confirm.
Yeah, confirm it.
I confirmed with a 17 for a total of 28.
I hate you sometimes. I'll be back to you. Why are you like that? It runs for some interesting conversations. But anyways, Rose, so you're walking up to people asking what their species is?
Yes.
Because the updated term.
I love you asked me for 5 sleight of hands. And my
She's a
modifier is plus
grandmother. She
11.
goes by the old rules.
What's your race?
She's from a different time.
What's your
She's
race?
from a different time.
Oh no.
You know what's
That
great about that?
grandma?
I'm fairly certain that everyone except Philip is actually older than Rose.
I think so. Who the fuck is Philip? Granny, I'm mostly human, slightly vampiric, and where the fuck is my ring?
Didn't Chett give it back to you?
I assumed that was one of those sleight of hand rolls.
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay. I hold up the wrong hand. It's actually on the other hand. I'm like, it's on this hand, and I'm like, where the fuck is my ring?
I take back what I said about you earlier.
Assuming that everybody is slightly honest about their characters with some, some joking sides about what they are. You file the paperwork and hand it back. The receptionist basically sighing through, making sure that everything's in order, handing it back to you and telling you to correct certain spots on it. Takes it and puts it into a slot, and it just drops down into what you hear is a loud ka-chunk.
I can't believe they wouldn't let me register his mom as a pet.
And you
Please
you
hold. I'm
hear
sending you a
something.
name.
Did you register Candy as a pet?
No.
You hear a sound that, for some reason, is very familiar to everybody. For some reason, you hear a sound that not only fills you with a sense of familiarity, but also fills you with dread.
Yeah.
You all start
No.
hearing dial-up.
Dial-up internet.
Yep.
Oh, God. It was actually kind of stupid. We just gave our names to the government, and we don't know who. We don't know
Hey,
where we came
what?
from. How
You
I
gave
wanna-
your names to the government.
I want to have lied about my name, but I think it's too late. I think I figured out the reason Granny couldn't read it is that it was in Draconic, but it was handwritten. And she's like, it's cursive.
Who the fuck writes a Draconic in cursive?
Right?
It's calligraphy.
Yeah.
He's fucking cursive.
It's handwritten
Oh.
drunk. It's drunk writing.
Hold on.
You are
cursive. Got it.
Yeah.
Around you notice that all these generic adventuring guild looking people aren't moving about, so you kind of approach behind them while nobody is paying attention and just kind of rub your hand across each person's back, and as you're going through, every now and then you come back and your hand just happens to have new bracelets of some kind.
How do you? No, I'm just walking back and I'm like, "How are you doing? You're doing good. You look well."
And
I sent you something, Himbo.
I'll check that out in just a sec. Heading back to the party, basically, 3 gold, basically, dog tags in your hand. 3 sets of gold dog tags. Is
Y'all seeing this too, or is that just me?
Okay,
Yep,
no.
Okay, I thought I
Okay.
was the asshole.
I'm hearing lag.
it's probably my internet.
I thought I was having Carmine brain.
Is it any better?
Yes.
Yes.
For now.
That sentence was.
3 gold dog tags. Proceed.
Yes. 3 gold dog tags, and we'll go with the second option there, Rose. As you hear this dial-up noise, you kind of hear like a ding. It has not been 2 hours, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
and you just get a response from the receptionist. I walked away quite yet. Of them pulling out from under the table 5 sets of dog tags, and hear them call out as if you're not standing right in front of them. Rose's riff rafts, your guild cards are ready.
What the fuck is Rose? Whatever.
Carmine
They should have just
little
given us
old
like a
lady in front
vibrating
of you.
tablet. You know?
is
Oh.
Just so like
Rose.
when it's ready. Oh.
She's not that. She's a spring chicken. She's not that old. I'm like 4 times older than her.
All right, this one right here. Short-statured little lady
Oh,
is Rose. This one. See my finger? Right there.
Rose.
Rose.
Rose. Ruby. I could see why my brain was doing that to me. Intelligence
So-
is my dumb stat.
Question of does blood flow in a vampire is being answered. The answer is yes. It doesn't go to the brain.
Nope. No.
Something's flowing. It's embalming fluid.
Mm-hmm. I
But,
got like
What they
I basically got a sugar high off of that blood orange, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
Chett, your dog tags are fairly generic in that they just have like they're 1 tag each, and it just has a name and a class, and that's it. There's like no
Is-
extra information given. You just see Torvin, fighter, Zara, rogue, Ellis, wizard.
does his have his oh fuck. Never mind. Y'all just got to see a joke literally leave my head as I was trying to say it out loud.
It's
Happens.
that sand.
It happens. Yep, it's the sand.
You all receive your tags, and they do have your name, your class, and your the backside of 1 tag has a description of what you look like, and the second tag for both Carmine and Larry has a description of your animal companion, and they are bronze tags. Suddenly,
Nice.
as if this was a trigger key of some kind, you now notice that in this guild hall there is a board of papers on them. They were not there before. It's as if someone wheeled in a prop. Now that you have these tags,
I'm gonna ride Sleipnir over to the board. By the way, as I'm pulling a China shopping my way over there, am I knocking anyone down or moving them out of the way?
there's only about 7 people there, but they're spread out enough to that you can easily walk around them. If you want
Oh.
to go through people, you can. You don't have to.
I just want to brush one accidentally. He's got 8 feet. You know, he
Roll
could be clumsy.
roll dexterity at disadvantage.
Dexterity. How do I do it at disadvantage?
So you just click it twice.
Oh.
And we'll take the lower result.
I got a 9 and a 22, so I guess a 9.
As you are just clopping your way over, and a very rapid sound of horseshoes clopping, but very slow movement. There are 8 feet after all. You brush by this dwarf in like heavy plate armor with a sword, and the edge of one of Sleipnir's hoofs catches the heel of the dwarf, and Sleipnir trips. The dwarf is unmoved.
Some heavy armor.
And you get knocked off of the horse.
Damn. That was rude. I just get back on Sleipnir, keep on going to the board.
Those hitboxes, man. But
Damn
as you get
laggy
to
ass beta builds.
this game dev has needed more sleep. As you get to the board, you notice that it is covered in just papers stapled on top of papers on top of papers. A lot of them are missing people posters. Some of them are help me get my cat, help me get my groceries, harvest this from this field, get these flowers and herbs, hunt down this dragon. There's one that says discover the secret catacomb in the library. There's one that says to speak with the mayor and learn more. One is asking seeking people for experimentations at the wizard tower. One is to identify the ghost that is haunting the local theater.
I just got to get his name.
Yeah, apparently.
No, trust me, the ghost one is more complicated than you think.
Yeah, you just walk in.
One of the papers. One of the papers seems to be a darker shade than everything else, where everything else kind of layers on top of itself. There is one paper that seems to stick out, and is the most recent one stapled on, and that's the one that says identify the secret catacombs in the library, or explore the secret catacombs in the library.
Finally, I plot the point. I grab the freshest one, pull it down, and I start reading it, looking for the reward amount.
It does not identify a reward on it. In fact, none of the quests seem to identify a reward. It simply states that is what the quest is.
Oh, shit,
There is
looking for XP again.
there
What
does
is
seem to
XP?
be identification pointing to registering your guild
He's back.
with the quest that you are taking.
We get rewarded with exposure.
No, I do
Oh,
not work for
that's
exposure.
XP.
Never again.
I'll look down. Rose, you're running this issue. Here, you look. Is this good?
I'll take the paper. Which one did you grab?
It identifies to explore the secret catacombs in the library.
I mean, sure, why not? We don't really know why we're here, so, it's kind of like throwing a dart at a board. Anything could be why we're here, so why not?
Does she need
What
to
do you
go
think?
talk
And
to the
she's going to
president?
pass the paper to the others. I don't know if you can read this, but take a look.
Nope, I can't.
This is written in common.
Oh, I can. My bad.
The quests are all written in common
You
for
were
some
holding
reason.
it upside down.
Yep.
You're holding it backwards up in the light to see if you can see through the paper.
Mhm. Mhm.
But he's been speaking other languages the whole time. I just assumed.
We had to let you in on the fun.
You know what happens when you assume you're wrong. Uh,
Well, this is an adventurers guild, and I feel like common is probably the most common language that adventurers would speak, so
Though there seems to be
Makes
anything
sense.
but common about this place.
that is true. That is true. What do y'all think? Going to the library? Catacombs are always fun.
I feel like any second now the receptionist is going to tell me my McAfee subscription is expiring.
no, but you do hear the registration receptionist yell back, and don't forget to pay your monthly dues.
I will never buy WinRAR. Fuck you.
How else are you supposed to export your zip files?
Oh,
Are you
boy.
supposed to go register this quest with the Doublemint twins or the triplet, whatever?
Yes, the middle one where you turn in the quest is also where you register it. Damn, I have something in my eye.
Is it sand?
Well, I go where
It
my
might be.
granny goes.
I just kill things.
That is fair. Wait, how many days do I have
For what?
One.
for a full moon?
You were down to
One.
2, I believe.
2.
One.
It was 3 when you entered the city.
Was two.
Okay.
So today would be one of those 3, 2 more days, and then the moon.
Okay, we're fine. We can do this.
Sure, why not? I suggest we go into the deep dark catacombs and stay there for a few days.
Yes. That's kind of
Maybe
what she's
block
thinking.
it.
She's like, maybe I can find a place where they can lock me up.
Well, you've already dealt with
Maybe
some
we-
time wibbly wobbliness.
I think I've got
Is this
3
a yes
sets
on
of
the
chains.
catacombs?
Yes, Rose.
Is this a yes on the catacombs?
The
Sure, why not?
catacombs!
The what? Huh?
Catacombs, because I'm a cat. It's catacombs.
And
It's
he
how you
thought that I said cat earlier instead of Chett, so,
it's how you groom a tabaxi. You use a catacomb.
No, you call him a cat.
You comb a cat. Yeah.
How many of
Um,
you can sleep with one eye open?
Well, you were in a coma, cat, earlier.
cat nap. So as you approach the desk to turn in this quest and accept it, basically, they inform you that the reward for this quest is a array of gems.
An array or a ray?
Array of gemstones.
Array. Okay.
Ray. It's a guy named Ray Gemstone. He's a stripper.
Cousin to Candy.
Does he know Candy?
Yep. It's Candy's twin brother.
Okay.
It's a very strange relationship.
He owes me $30.
In
We don't
blood
even have
coins.
dollars in this universe.
He owes you 30 blood coins.
30 doll hairs.
Yeah.
Doll hairs.
Which is the equivalent
Okay.
of 7 Electrum. Which I feel like Electrum is just Canadian dollars.
Mhm.
No, that's Looney
Not
Tunes.
for long.
That's right. So it's dollars from the
All right.
51st
So,
state
to these catacombs then?
to the catacombs.
Yes.
They do point out, they do inform you that the library is If you go out the front door, you take a left. You go down about 3 blocks, you take a right. Follow that for 2 blocks, take another right. Follow that for 1 block, take a left. And they go on for about 7 instructions.
I just had to touch on that whole 51st date thing. It feels like that bird meme all over again, but instead of let me smash, it's let me absorb your country. No.
Yeah.
So is it just explore the catacombs? Is there anything that we're looking for?
It just says explore the catacombs. In like crayon. This is a hastily written quest written in crayon.
Yeah, someone was behind the scenes saying, "Shit, they actually registered."
Yeah.
I want to smell the paper. See if I can
Roll
figure out the, like,
investigation.
yes.
Put a
I
little
want to
piece
know
of
if I
it
can
on your
figure out
tongue and
what
see
kind
how
of
you feel.
person wrote this.
By smelling, what is
If
that Vine meme of how can you smell if the sandwich was cut in half?
if she
Well,
rolls
you know,
low,
Pennsylvania.
if she rolls low, she's going to lick the paper next.
It's 18.
This smells like parchment, not paper. So it's
And
a little bit older paper. Someone did their research on the quality of this paper. It does smell like fresh wax, though, was dripped across it, or at least scraped across it for crayon.
It
And
smells
that's
like
about it.
it smells like
Do I smell any
regret.
perfume or
Crayola,
cologne?
goddamn you! We need details.
You also smell chocolate for some reason.
You smell titty sprinkles.
Hmm.
So there it was. Barbecue sauce on my titties.
Yep.
Back to back with Jesus.
So it smells like chocolate, fresh wax, and old parchment.
Which is
Weird.
also what the name of my beard oil smells like.
I was gonna say that's a weird way to propose, but yes.
Interesting. She's just gonna like commit that to memory. I mean, come on. She's got good smelling and good hearing. I gotta use it somehow.
Fair. I had to add the chocolate in somehow.
Hey, that's fine. I've done this before. I've had another character that like smelled a letter they got and could smell perfume on it from someone. So they're like, oh.
Fair. And that would
So,
make
you know.
sense if the person that wrote it had perfume. I'm trying to figure out how to describe the person that wrote it, and they're like, there's nothing to give on that information. There's no real information.
I mean, you said he
That's
smelled
okay.
like chocolate. That's enough, knowing what we know.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Chocolate. I want chocolate now.
I don't think that's good for you.
Aren't you allergic?
Chett's allergic too, right? That'll kill.
It's like Carmine with his garlic. She's just sitting there with a box of chocolates and an EpiPen.
Yeah.
No, Chett can have garlic. Chett can have chocolate. He just can't have grapes.
Yeah. Or lilies.
It's a
Don't let him.
texture thing.
Don't let him anywhere near
It's a
lilies.
texture thing. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Anyway, orange peels.
We're talking about this as
paper.
No. We're talking about this on the way to the catacombs. There's no way we had this whole conversation and then
of the
left.
paper is where she wrote the directions to the library.
Good.
Yeah. As you guys are walking through, and you manage to walk through the streets and alleyways and corners, and the alleys tend to shift in darkness and light based on how many people are standing around. It seems to vary. There tends to be about 5 people on average per street, sometimes less, sometimes more, and you can't help but have this feeling that like you've seen some of these people already. But you do finally make it to the library, and looking down one of the streets you had that on the other side of where you came from, you can see to the bazaar that you had gotten the blood orange from.
Resemble the one that I put in my fresh box?
Vaguely, yes.
Rose? I think there's
is
only
this bizarre.
I think there's only 7 people in this city total.
Well, there were only 7 dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, There were 7, and then Rary showed up, and now there's 6.
Is this
Want to spend another minute?
bizarre?
Why do you say his name like that?
That's what he told me it is.
He said it was Larry.
It's either Rary or Laurie.
Yeah.
Is this bizarre set up in the same way
Yes.
as the other one? Like if you see like a Taco Bell and then you drive across the city and you see another Taco Bell. Like it's the same type of building, but
No. Give me perception check.
It's like a franchise. It's
19.
like Comic-Con Raleigh, Comic-Con Durham, Comic-Con
Um,
Richmond.
No, you quite literally see the booth that Chett had bought the blood orange from, with the same 2 individuals running it and everything. It looks like you ended up going in a larger circle, where had you just gone a different route, you could have gotten to this library a little bit faster.
This city is strange.
It's like when a cabbie takes you
She's
like
like,
12
she's
blocks
looking
out
at
of the
the
way to
ingredient-
run the price up.
It's like the difference between using Waze and Google Maps.
I almost just called directions ingredients. Continue, please.
Amazing.
It's the ingredients for a trail.
I'm
I
in.
get the ingredients here, and it tells me to take a left.
You see, adventure's like baking cookies, except the directions are the ingredients.
Correct.
I'm
Friendship
infecting.
was the brownies all along the way.
I'm
And the
infecting you
crunchy
people.
bits are the bugs I picked up off the road.
Chet is an edge piece. Nobody wants it.
I'm not making these
Lies.
for you anyway.
But you manage to get to this library. It is a smaller building that seems to go into a sort of a hill. So you're on a top floor, per se, that you can walk into, and there is a lower floor that you can also walk into. That requires going down the hill a little bit to get to. But the building seems to be, compared to the Adventurers Guild, it looks to be about half the size. It does not look like public education is the city's #1 forte. You're muted, Cap. Okay.
One of the first things that the new queen did a year ago when she got coronated was completely dismantle the Department of Education.
And fired anybody who was in charge of handling that information.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yep.
Unfortunately, all those jobs have been rehired now because she realized that the way that she went about firing them was not legal.
That's true. Yep.
Amazing.
Uh,
Amazing.
Yay, topical humor.
Does the library look open?
There are no windows as far as you can tell.
Mm.
Right, we all know why y'all tuned in. It's to be reminded of the shit show that's going on outside your door.
I just walk up and I try to open the door.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be that asshole. No, we're not gonna spend 2 hours opening a door. It is unlocked. You open the door.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's good, because I'm only going to be here for another 45 minutes.
That's good.
I was about to say, I have a portable battering ram too.
I'm just.
Oh, you gotta
I'm
take
just-
off early.
I'm ready to shoot things. Let's go.
Well, I still have work in the morning.
Fair. But so yeah, it's open. There's the, as far as you can tell, it's not locked or anything. There is, the moment you open the door, there's a small little foyer sort of area to walk through with wipe your feet mats, and then it is rows upon rows of bookshelves instantly. But there does seem to be slabs of this crystalline rock on either side of the foyer hallway you walk through.
Rose will pick up the first book that she can see and reach when she walks in.
Right. As you walk through, you walk between these two crystalline rocks. You go to the first bookshelf on your left, grab a book and look at it. It is a it does seem to be of some form of nonfiction. It seems to be a story about somebody's life, though you have no idea who this individual is.
Okay. So it's like a biography.
Yes.
He'll pick up another book and just open it to see if it's the same book.
It seems to be very similar, but with a different name. A lot of the feats that you skim through and read seem to be just a variation off the same sentence from the previous book.
Oh, it's a library all written by ChatGPT.
Oh, no.
Where are you
If I
reading?
were
thought
to
we were here
ask
to
what the
find
first
Neophones.
sentence, if I were to ask what the first sentence in the book is, does the DM have a sentence for the book?
No.
Did you know that in terms of human and Pokemon compatibility,
It was a dark.
I was just checking to make sure this wasn't like, like the kid was like, help me
The
remember
Life
myself.
and Times
that-
of Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah.
It was the. It
Is
was
this
the
book
best.
about
Of,
our captor.
it says,
This is a story about a man named Stanley.
Yeah.
it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the times that
So
try
then
men's
the next book-
souls. Mhm.
It was
The
the best
next
of
book,
Shires.
Johnny.
It was the Worcestershires.
things were great, things were not so great.
Are
Can
there
I do
any
a
books
quick-
I just
that
wanted to
are
make sure
marked
this-
for disposal, like free books.
Oh, with the covers torn off.
Not as far as you can tell from these bookshelves. They're all kept fairly well. They're all very clean. They seem to have their own Dewey Decimal System, though I'm sure it goes by a different name. I'm not coming up with one. It is the
Dewey or
Dewey Decimal
Downey,
System.
Make up your mind.
It is the
It's-
same. It is the Dewey Decimal System. It's just a different Dewey. You don't know him.
It's
He
the
go-
don't.
He goes
It's
to a different school.
it's the don't he decimal system.
Is there a receptionist in here?
Not as far as you can see.
I don't suppose this library is magical and you can just ask for whatever book you need.
I'm going to do something very stupid, and I need you all to back me up on this, okay?
You have my full and utter support.
Right.
I look up.
There is
Investigate
a
the ceiling.
ceiling.
Investigate the ceiling.
You see a
And-
ceiling of a bunch of different squares that seem to be speckled with little divots in them.
Is this Minecraft?
We're in the back room.
No, it's one of those ceilings.
Is
You
there a
say,
pen?
I have to do it because you never know with this man.
Is there a
That's true.
pencil?
I had
Is
an
is there a
entire
is there a pencil anywhere nearby?
Roll investigation. Also, surprisingly, the door that you opened is big enough to fit a drake and a horse through, provided you are not riding on them.
Well,
Side by
shit.
side. Investigation.
So I
That's
banged
a
my head on the way in.
Yes.
that's a dirty 20. I like the idea that the drake and the eight-legged horse have been conversing amongst themselves about this fucking absolute group of lunatics that are traveling with them. That was a dirty 20 investigation.
I prefer to think of myself as a solar-tick.
You do not see pencils or any writing utensils anywhere. You do see like a step stool, and in one of the corners of the room, you see like a few lounge chairs and a table, but there are no writing utensils.
You do know that Rose has one from when she was filling out the paperwork, though.
Oh, is it still sharp?
It was an ink and quill.
I'm gonna take one of my daggers, and I'm gonna throw it up into the ceiling tile. That's what I wanted the pencil
Roll
for.
make an
literally
attack roll.
I wanted to do the board in the office. I'm throwing a pencil into the ceiling tile.
Make an attack roll with your dagger.
What dagger?
See if the ceiling's actually the ceiling. I like it.
It could be a mimic. Let's see. Dagger. Those are my dexes, so it's gonna be plus 9 is another dirty 20. That's an 11 on the die.
I have a question for you though. What dagger?
I don't have a dagger.
Then how are you throwing a dagger in the air?
I
You steal someone's dagger?
Like
Each one
you're
will
the one
tell-
who said you throw your dagger in the ceiling. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I unfortunately did
I
say
have-
my dag.
I-
Well, go ahead.
I'll tell you what. I sell you dagger. Make you good price.
12 blood coins.
No. I
Carmine.
don't need no more blood. I don't need any more blood coins.
I,
I make a
I'm
good price.
I'm going to stop wasting the party and the audience's time now, and I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Anybody want to make aside from and there is a staircase that goes down to the lower floor that you could have entered in through from the other door.
Now he tells
Does
us.
does
Well, you guys
anything
aren't
look
really looking around too much.
does anything
looked
look
up.
false? Because like Cap wasn't on a bad like train of thought when we were outside and we were walking on the path. There was a like space above the air that was like
No, that's fair.
not
Yeah. It looks the only thing that looks off is that the few of the bookshelves, like the shape of the books on them and the coloring of the spines seems to repeat every like 3 bookshelves.
okay.
So
So it's copy and pasted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Bad's a false Hydra. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the stairs.
She's gonna take the book that she grabbed. She's gonna put it in her bag.
Yeah, if you as you head down the stairs there, you lead to a second floor. This floor seems to be a little bit more open. There are stands for bookshelves, but instead of books there seems to be magazines. Some have newspapers. A few of them seem to have children's books on them. And there is down here a desk. There's no one sitting behind it though. There's a back room that they
I want to investigate behind the desk.
roll investigation.
8.
All right. So you get behind the desk, and it is a very nice chair. Like it is a nice hardwood mahogany chair. Mahogany.
Ooh, mahogany.
With a matching mahogany desk.
Ooh. I'm fine here. The rest of you can go on.
There's like an indent that someone's butt has made in the chair too that fits perfectly.
Oh, Grandma, maybe you come smell. See if anyone was here recently.
Is there another staircase going down? I'm looking for the catacombs.
Not that you do see, but there does seem to be a back room. Instead, and the layout of the bookshelf seems to be a little bit different than upstairs, where instead of them being in lines, they're up against the walls. Hence the more open space.
I go open the door.
All right.
No investigations, no knocking, no tapping. I just grab the knob, twist, and open.
For the back room or for the exit? Because there is a door to go back. Okay. You open up and it opens just fine. You hear inside the sound of like whirring machines of some kind, and the strong smell of ink.
So what do I see in there?
Roll a perception.
Perception. 6.
It is dark in here. The rest of the library has already been dim as it was, as there weren't anybody standing around, and there doesn't seem to be lights in the building for some reason. No windows. This room is even darker still. The most you can make out is that there seems to be large furniture of some kind that is making this whirring sound, as if machines and golems were put together in this room. But it's hard to make out anything.
Fine. I light a torch.
Perfect. Using one of your torches, and I'm assuming you have a tinder box with you in your inventory.
If not, I have an alchemist's kit, which can start a fire anyway.
Oh,
no, I got a flint and tinder. I got flint and tinder too.
Nice. Okay.
There's also a dragon.
I've got a lamp and oil as well.
I was gonna say, don't you also have a hooded lantern Larry?
I do, but I'm stingy with my oil.
Mm.
As a good American would be. As you light a torch, you notice that there are these hard metal boxes of copper and iron that seem to be shaking as you hear this whirring sound. And after a few minutes, a book spits out the other side of one of them. Looking around in this room, you don't see anybody in particular, but you do notice that there are like clothing mannequins of some kind standing about in the room with different like costume pieces on. There's a black feather boa on one of them and a weird pink hat with a feather off of it. One of them has on a some armor and like a cloak on top of it. It reminds you of your cloak of billowing. There seems to be about 4 of these machines and no other doors in this room.
Damn it.
Hmm.
That's boring.
What's
Don't
the
suppose there's
book?
a hidden wall anywhere.
So I grab
castle
one of the
had
books, got
bunches
spat
of 'em.
out,
All
and
right.
look at it. What do I see?
It is a book that reads How to Find Your Secret Entrance for Dummies.
Excellent.
Uh, it is a very thin book. Upon opening it, it simply shows diagrams of doors and trapdoors and bookshelves with secret latches of books that you can pull on, a sconce that you can pull, and basically every different form of secret hinge mechanism that you can use to open a hidden door.
So Philip was on the
Take
right
that.
track.
Like, where is the side dish? The moist kitty.
Side dish.
I appreciate you using moist.
Here, I think this will get us somewhere. You're sneaky. You do these.
Okay.
You also notice in the book that it shows a number of different trap style secret entrances, trap doors, a door within a door, a sconce that you can pull as lever, and book. The one that sticks out to you is the bookshelf with a book that seems thicker than the rest on the shelf that can be pulled to activate a latch.
I think we should start there. Let's find the thicker book.
Anybody who wants to look around for a thicker book, roll investigation, please.
He.
Investigation.
Nope.
13.
Ooh, dirty 20.
What was the nope for?
I rolled a 2, so 7.
She went back to sniff the chair.
It smells like wet cat.
Oh God.
I may have sat in it, yes.
Rolled
Smells
a
like
nat.
moist pussy.
I rolled a nat 1, and then I confirmed it with an 8. I'm gonna head back upstairs. You guys let me know if there's anything that needs to be killed. Just start screaming or something, and come running.
Philip, did you roll as well?
No, I have a plus
Okay.
0. I'm good.
Can't do worse than that. Than than the nat one. So we'll start with Carmine. Carmine, you go to the first bookshelf you can find. Grab a book, just a book. Pull it off. It doesn't become a latch, so you toss it. You grab another one, pull it off, and this one has a title that you notice that says "The Great Outdoors."
Then a pit trap opens up and you get ziplined outside.
Me controlling your character for a moment here, because of how naive you've had your character be in the past, I feel like this makes sense to have your character read "The Great Outdoors" and go, "Ah, this must belong outside." and try to walk out the front door with it. To which the those large crystalline rocks will electrocute you as you walk through them while holding a book.
What? What kind of library is this?
A strict one, apparently.
Secure one.
You have to check it out.
If I don't roll off the table for 4
right,
points
it's a
of for
library.
lightning damage. You're getting very low rolls when whenever I try to hurt you.
You know,
But-
I relate to this.
I figure there doesn't need to be a receptionist if you can't leave with the books. With that,
Rose puts
What
the
was it?
book she put in her basket back on the shelf.
Rose, you don't seem to notice any books being thinner. You're looking through the magazines and the newspapers. What did you say you rolled, Larry?
13.
13. You also are looking through the children's books. Some of them seem to be thicker, but they have like as you pull on them, they have like a hole for your finger to go through. It's a story about an elephant. It's a fairly large hole, so you're not entirely sure if this is a children's book.
Well, I am a Goliath, so maybe it's just right for my finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, your finger.
And Chett, as you're looking around, you intelligently walk over to one of the bookshelves on the wall and see a book that reads MacGuffin.
Eeny,
just-
meeny, miny, yeah, that one.
Yeah. Pulling it causes the bookshelf itself to kind of shift and slide and slowly lower into the ground, revealing a tunnel.
I found it. I think.
Congratulations.
Is Sleipnir going to fit
What's-
through that one?
I don't know.
It does not seem large enough. It is barely big enough for the Goliath to walk through while ducking. I don't believe that Sleipnir nor Janara are going to fit through the hole unless someone has grease, lubricant of some kind, a reduced spell, or a way of causing another creature to teleport.
I'm basically
We
gonna
have plenty of oil, but
I
can stay.
have oil.
desummon Janara, and she's going to, the same way that she emerged by tearing her way out of the ground, she's going to tear her way into the floor.
She starts by digging up at the carpet and then the linoleum and then the hardwood. Someone's been redecorating this building a lot. Before reaching some concrete and digging through it, leaving a crater of a hole in this floor.
Mm.
Really glad
Okay.
no one works here.
Gesundheit. That's
Thank you.
undercommon, by the way.
So, who wants to go in the hole first?
I will follow the kitty.
Okay, then who's going before me?
I'll go.
Oh yes, send the human,
I
the
was gonna
regular
Oh.
guy.
I was gonna well,
Sturdiest one among us.
I can.
You
Do you
just-
have Philip? Do you have dark vision?
No.
I have
It is
dark
a
vision.
dark tunnel.
I
hand
have
him my
dark
torch.
vision. I have dark vision, so if I go at the head, I have a ranged option, and I can see 60 feet in the dark without announcing our location with a torch.
You're the
Oh, you want me to
perfect
douse it?
man for the job.
You want me to douse it?
I mean,
I
it's
will save this for later. Just-
perfect.
Here, I thought you were gonna press it against Chett. Same effect.
Motherfucker.
Um, same effect as a sweaty armpit. Putting it out, no problem. Philip, you can lead if you want to. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm going to
Yeah.
give you. I'm trying to make this fun.
I mean, I have my lamp and oil, so
True.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, if Philip wants to take the lead, I'm not. I don't know who I'm playing right now. The guy I'm playing right
Yes,
now
I'm taking the lead.
isn't going to stop you from taking the lead.
Brother, I
But
feel that.
he will offer the fact that he has dark vision and can therefore be at the head of the group without a light announcing our presence. I, as a player, have had bad history with lights in tunnels, so I'm just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
You think I would poison the cookie?
Yes.
No, I think
Yeah,
you'd
fair.
pee on the cookie.
Yeah. In this moment, it's probably best to not confuse Cap's idiocy with Carmine.
Fair. What is Carmine's intelligence? That's a good question as well.
It's his dump stat. It's not negative, but it's not good.
It's not the lowest. For that reason, Philip, would you like to go first?
Yes,
All right. Do you pull out your lantern?
of course.
All right. As you are heading down this this honestly catacomb of a cave tunnel, the entrance door was fairly small. Even for you, it wasn't exactly a easy fit, nor was it tight. It was just right. The Goliath going through, the humans actually managed to squeeze through the door, not very without much difficulty at all. But the tunnel itself seems to be much more wide open and easy to walk through. It resembles a cave dug out by a creature of some kind rather than man-made. The walls seem to glisten with a quartz-like or pyrite-esque gleam to the rock themselves, and you see veins of some sort of glowing ember coming from some of the rocks as you walk by them. As Carmine walks through, he glows a little bit, and the veins tend to seem to glow a bit brighter as he gets closer, and then dim out as well as he walks by.
As it would
Walking
seem, I need the lantern. You react quite well, Carmine.
um as you're walking through, the tunnel itself starts to become more man-made. The walls seem to be chiseled into a flatter stone. You can see work marks being made as they build out, and you can start seeing like wooden and stone pillars being starting to appear to keep the roof up as the tunnel widens more and more, and it leads to this open room. And you hear in the back of your heads, well, this has been just a little too easy so far. So I think we should up the difficulty level. And you see a large open room with 9 pedestals on what seem to be marble pedestals, and a plaque in the center of the room, and a large stone door on the other side of where you're standing.
So if we put Chett on the pedestal,
Each one.
never mind.
You. There's only one Chett.
As you all enter into the room, the ground shakes beneath you, and rock seems to crawl its way up from the cave that you were just in, closing off the tunnel.
So there are 9
Okay.
pedestals?
Yes, there are 9 pedestals. Upon closer inspection, you notice that on each of these pedestals seems to be a gemstone inlaid into it, almost inside the top of the pedestal itself, slightly protruding, resembling kind of like a stud or a button.
And they're all
Fairly
different
large
types?
stones too, about the size of your fist.
And they're all different types.
They're all different types. There is an opal, a ruby, an amber, a topaz, an emerald, a sapphire, a tanzanite, an amethyst, and an onyx.
I go touch the emerald.
As you touch the emerald, it pushes into the pedestal slightly.
Harder.
You push the emerald again.
Oh, that was it? It only went in that far?
No, it only went in about half an inch.
Oh. Oh, poop. Can I take it out?
There seems to be a lip of the marble holding it in place. That makes it so you can't get your fingers around it.
Well, poop.
Can you say those? Can you say
Jeez.
those stones one more time?
Yes, I'll also put them into the chat for everybody in a moment. An opal, a ruby, an amber, topaz, emerald, sapphire, tanzanite, amethyst, and onyx.
Amethyst. Okay.
Oh, the emerald was my guess.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Nothing happened. Maybe the cat should try one.
There
Can
you go.
What?
Put it
Can I
into the
roll
chat.
for insight?
What are you trying to identify the attitude of?
Whatever fucking reference this is.
It is not a reference.
Okay.
There is a plaque in the center of the room, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh,
what does the plaque
Can we
say?
read the
What
plaque?
does the plaque say?
The plaque
Green,
a
green,
flower
green,
in
green.
bloom, a cowardly man, the wind that roared, and a book in hand.
Fucking Resident Evil reference. God damn it.
What? I don't know. I've never played or I was gonna say I've never watched Resident Evil. My mother thought it was a good idea for a 4-year-old to watch Resident Evil, and now I have night terrors, so I avoid Resident Evil like the plague. Which is not even a good saying anymore, because people did not avoid the plague.
No, they did not. They started it.
Okay, so a flower in bloom. What flower?
You do. Anybody who wants to can roll an investigation check for me. You have a DC 16.
I got 16.
All right. You notice that the
Fucking-
gemstones themselves are in a rainbow order, and it creates a sort of half arc, a half circle arch around.
So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, violet.
Yes, and in fact, I've adjusted the. Oop, that is not the right one. I will be adjusting
You
in just a
fucked it
sec.
up.
I did. I fucked it up. There you go. The gemstones now are labeled with the color that they represent.
Got it.
Okay. I'm just going to keep on plugging. I will touch this one. And I go and I push the violet amethyst.
All right. You hear it goes down a little bit, and you do hear a click. You did hear a click with the emerald as well, but the button comes back up. It's
So the
just it's
button-
haptic feedback. So anytime it's like a keyboard. You press and you hear a click.
Oh, okay. Is this different than when I pressed the emerald?
Not at all.
The exact same thing happened, Gray.
I see a flower in bloom. A
Yeah.
cowardly man.
Try violet,
The wind that roared.
yellow.
in hand.
Yellow is the coward. Violet is a flower. The wind that
I'll walk over and push the topaz.
All right. You hear another click as you press in.
the wind
A wind that roared, the wind has no color.
White.
Is it white?
When does the
Grab
wind
the door
roar?
and I push.
Do we blow on the door?
During a storm?
I'll push the opal.
As you press in on the white one, you hear a click and like a incorrect buzzer, and the ceiling lowers by a foot.
Ooh.
Okay, so not that one.
Uh-oh.
A small DM hint: there are four riddles. You just hit 4 buttons because you started with the emerald.
Guessing it was the. Okay, I'm guessing that the green must have been a book in hand or something.
I was just saying the order you pressed them in went went emerald, amethyst, topaz, opal, and that's where you got the incorrect buzzer from.
Okay. So,
So-
a flower in bloom will start with the. We start with the amethyst.
Okay. I'm not touching the buttons this time as I'm looking up at the ceiling.
Who would like to
I'll
push the button? Okay.
I'll
You
push
press
the
it in
button.
the amethyst, and you do hear a little click.
Okay. A cowardly man would be yellow. So topaz. I
Hear
push it in.
another click.
Okay. The wind that roared. I do white again.
You hear a click.
A book in hand.
Is red.
What color is the book? What color is the book I'm holding?
When you've already when you've read the book, then it's red.
Yeah.
Oh, so ruby then.
As you press in, you hear a click, and you hear another, and the roof lowers by another foot. For the Goliath, it is now only about a foot above your head.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. He can crouch.
The
Okay,
room is now only
so-
8 feet tall.
A flower in bloom, violet. A cowardly man is yellow. A book is red. I like that one. What is a wind that roared?
Did
The
we
wind-
get
the wi-
Wait,
the
would that
error
be blue?
message
The
when
wind blew.
hit the
Oh.
What were you saying, Philip?
I said, did we get the error message when the emerald was pushed in the first place?
You got the emerald. You got the error message when you did 4 button presses, and emerald was the first one. So yes.
Yeah, we don't get the error message for an incorrect push. We get an error message for an incorrect set of 4. So it doesn't tell us
Mhm.
which one's wrong. It tells us the whole code is wrong. But yeah, blue for the wind that roared is wind that blew.
Okay, so I scurry around again, and I hit them. I hit all the buttons in the order of amethyst, topaz, sapphire, and ruby.
You hear a ding. The ceiling goes up, and the pedestals crack open, and push up the gems and roll them onto the ground.
And I
And
turn
the
to
stone door swings open.
and I turn to Philip
And
and I go,
then everyone,
I turn to Philip and I go, that was Ruby.
Here you go.
and then like
So I wonder
everyone
if
looks
these
at the door, like, oh, the door's open. They look down, the gems are gone.
Roll for stealth and sleight of hand.
Was this an array of gems?
It was.
The 22 on stealth, and a 12. It was a nat 1 on sleight of hand. So roll to confirm. What is it? A 15.
So nobody notices as you pick up all the gems, but as you're trying to get back to where you were standing, you start dropping them, and everyone hears a ting 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 as they're landing on the ground. Because
need a
each one
bigger
is about the
bag.
size of your fist.
I need a bigger bag.
I rolled an
So I
18
think this was
perception.
our array of gems.
Who has a bag?
I do,
I
and
have
I opened up my
plenty
basket.
of sex, but what were you doing with all them stones there, mate?
What was Australian again?
So you just heard draconic shift into giant.
Oh, Okay, I don't speak that.
I like the
Granny
funny
has
words,
her
I
mouth
man.
open.
I just grabbed the ones that fell out of my bag and I put them into Rose's.
Here you go.
Thank you, dearie.
Um,
We'll split these when we get out of here, if we get out of here.
Oh, we will. He may not, but we will.
you do notice that there seems to be by the door underneath, like in the tunnel that seems to be leading out of here. There's some piece of paper or something stuck in under the wall itself.
Not touching it. 1, 2, 3, not it.
Nose goes.
Oh, I go get it.
All right. It is stuck at first, and then it slides right out as if someone's trying to slide something underneath a door. And it's written in common. And there's something about the handwriting that feels familiar. It seems to break into your memories to a point. You specifically, Larry, you don't have an accent at the moment. Let's put it that way, okay? And it reads off, "Don't let them
I
see
need
you.
about tree fitty.
The one you hear is not the one you seek. Someone pulls the strings and they must be beat."
Now do it with the accent.
And then my intelligence dump stat.
Yeah.
Little woman, you read this.
I love that you assume Granny is the intelligent person.
She lived longer than me, so she had to be.
That
I-
only adds to wisdom.
I will say, based on the background you gave for Larry, no, Larry's older. Larry might be the oldest person here.
Touche. What language is it written in?
English,
Common.
Oh.
not common. English.
The fuck
Can
is
I
English?
read it?
You can,
Hmm.
and it breaks into that memory. Something's not right. We're remembering more than before. You don't think about for a second there. You're not you. You're someone else. Something latches onto the back of your head as you're reading this in a language that's not used in this world. And you read the exact same message that I've already forgotten because I did not type it out. That reads, "Do
Don't
not let them see you. The one you hear is not who you
Here's the
seek.
one I
The,
seek.
the one who
There's
pulls the
someone that
strings
pulls-
must be beat."
Something yada yada.
Huh.
Write it down.
Yeah. I don't write anything down. Everything is by the seat of my pants. That's why games tend to be more entertaining.
This is what
Well,
our
we're gonna
note
quiz
taker's
you on
for.
this later.
I don't have a note taker, okay?
Yes, we do. It's
Yeah.
Cap.
When was the last time Cap took a note though for for this?
He's been taking notes. He took notes on the pedestals and everything.
Fair.
There you go. And just now.
Wait, when did he take notes on the pedestals?
While we were doing it.
No, that's me.
No, he was also doing it in our chat.
No, the message in our chat is me.
No, I mean the chat between him and I. He was
Oh,
also
well,
writing
that
them
doesn't
down.
help me now, does it? But yeah,
Why
We
the
can
fuck
copy
do
them.
we want to help you?
that's fair.
So yeah. Does she recognize that this is a different language?
It does basically pull at your memory of something else, not of this world.
She'll hand it to the other party members. Can you read this?
As each of you take the paper, because I'm telling you are, you feel the same way. You do not feel like yourself. You feel like a character and not like a person.
Hmm.
And you can read the note just fine. Chett, as the person with the highest intelligence, which
Go
should
figure. Who'd have thought
make
that, right?
everyone upset. Chett is the smartest.
I'm not any more happy about it than you are.
You made your character like that. What are you talking about?
Slander, lies, defamation. Also,
You feel human as you read this.
Less moist.
Far less moist, no hair, no
Very easy
second
draft.
voice in your head.
There's a draft. They're back.
Yeah, but the 3-piece suit is gone.
Damn it! I should have kept the deposit.
Holding on to this note, whoever is holding the note right now, you feel similar to when you were walking down the path before of when Carmine used pass without trace, where you knew that you weren't being watched, but you could still feel like something was looking at you. You do not feel. You feel as though no eyes are on you at all. You feel isolated while holding this note.
Guys, I feel like someone just told me that I feel isolated right now.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's making it up as he goes.
I always do.
Miss Granny Wolfface will smell this note as well.
Means we can expect a reboot in episode 7.
There's not going to be an episode
You-
7.
You good over
Wait,
there? No
Don't know how
Panic
to-
just had like a moment and walked off screen. So
did no panic just panic?
yes.
We just got past the button, so maybe.
I rolled an 18 to smell the letter. Does it smell the same as the one before?
It does not.
Smells like Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
Smells like lavender and
There is an
disappointment.
underlying trace that reminds you of the first one, where it does not, where it smells like someone wrote this to hand to you.
Beard
It smells
oil
like
and
this was
shame.
just made.
Shame of
Okay.
a night in a tent many
But-
months ago.
It doesn't share the same smell of crayons or chocolate. But it does have an eerie absence of smell. Kind of like
So-
when you hear radio silence and you know it's deafeningly quiet.
So it's like straight off the printer kind of.
No, there's no
Feel,
smell.
but-
There's no smell of ink. There's no smell of paper. There's no smell.
Oh, okay.
The only
It's-
thing that it reminds you of is that someone had it.
It smells like an illusion.
All right. Figured I might as well finish pissing.
This this
no,
note
you're
is
fine. We
strange.
have gotten nowhere.
We're sniffing
mean-
notes. We're smelling notes right now.
Well, I mean, that is very interesting information, though, that I smelled this and there's nothing. I don't smell parchment. I don't smell ink. I don't smell anything. It doesn't smell like anything.
It's like you're
And I rolled
sniffing.
well.
It's like you're sniffing a digital code. It's like you're smelling an NFT.
Yeah.
You're smelling a virus. It's not supposed to be here.
Ugh.
While they're doing that, I walk
Interesting.
through the door.
Yep.
Okay.
You
I
end up in
follow.
a larger tunnel that seems to spiral itself up as you walk.
Oh, is it dark?
Incredibly so.
Okay, I strike my torch, and
Light's just fine. In fact, if anything, it's a little bit brighter now.
And I just start walking up the spiral, just meandering my way while they sit there licking and sniffing and fondling.
No, I
Um,
followed you.
as you go up these stone staircases that start to spawn as the slope becomes too steep.
Hey,
Um,
I'm sorry, Spawn. Don't play like we didn't hear that.
yeah, the whole thing's been very things just popping into existence. What do you expect from me?
He's nothing if not consistent.
It's true.
I'm consistent in my inconsistencies. Thank you.
Wanna try
You
that again?
reach a point of which there are now sconce holders on the wall, no torches, and a stone ceiling creep up as the stairs go into the ceiling itself. And they reach a point where the ceiling and the stairs are touching.
Okay. I begin yoinking sconces that are near that area.
About the third one you pull on, clicks, and the stone ceiling starts to slide back, revealing. Yeah. Yay! You read the book. um, revealing a staircase into what looks like a kitchen of some kind.
Is there enough light in this kitchen? Or is a
Uh,
torch still necessary?
There does seem to be some lights in this kitchen, though only a couple dim candles that have been lit and are still dripping away at wax.
Ah, all right. I keep my torch on. Is there any food?
Roll for investigation.
Roll for
There
food.
is, but there is food. We're determining what food you find.
Mhm.
14.
All right. You find a couple pieces of some stale bread. You see some cheese that's got a little bit of mold on it, and you see some fruit that's been dried up and shriveled with some flies roaming around it. Most of the food that you see is very old, as if it has not been touched in years.
Years.
I
Well,
rolled a 16 for what it's
months.
worth.
Oh. Okay. I take the bread and cheese.
Um, it's
No such
Lindbergher
thing as
cheese
bad cheese.
and just hardtack bread.
Cr-
You rolled a 16. You said for investigation.
Yeah.
You see the same food, and you see Larry start grabbing some of it and putting it into one of his sacks. But you do notice that there's seems to be cobwebs around a lot of the kitchen as well. And there is a door that from the inside has a wooden basically a 2x4 closing it off to bar it.
How fresh are these cobwebs? Are they cobweb? Because cobwebs are ones that have been abandoned, right? Are there like
Correct.
Are there spider webs?
Not as far as anybody's noticed.
So what I'm hearing is we need additional investigation.
When the hell did the rest of you get up here?
Yeah.
We fine?
I have a plus 12 stealth.
Oh no.
Philip, you looking around at all?
I think he knows that he is very bad at looking for things, so he just kind of lets the rest of the party do that part of the work.
You never know what you might find. I always find investigations more fun because low rolls can give information that's still useful. But that's fine. You can still sit back and be like, yes, you all look around. I have cataracts. I have glaucoma.
He's for
I
You.
rolled a nat 1 and then rolled a nat 20 to confirm.
Yes! Fools 20. I love this.
Wow.
So, in my homebrew, this is one of the few times this happens. In my homebrew rules, when you roll a crit success or failure, you roll again to confirm. If you roll a crit success and you confirm with a crit success, you get some big amazing thing. A crit failure and you roll a crit failure to confirm, then you get a fumble chart. In a case where you roll a natural 20 and confirm with a natural 1, the universe is against you no matter how hard you try. Something happened and you still failed. It happens. You can do everything right and still fail. It's fine. If you roll a natural 1 and confirm with a nat 20, by dumb luck, something good happens. And it just so happens that as as Rose is searching around looking for like food or something to go on, she sticks her head into the clay oven that is there to look up into it. And poking around for a second, soot and smoke just drop on her face, bats flying down, and the skeleton remains of what looked to be a gnome fall on top of you. But you can
Oh
now
no,
see the
Santa
you can now
Claus.
see the sky up through the top of this. It's
She
about
She
30
scrambles
feet up.
backwards. She's like, ah, I can deal with dead bodies. I can kill people. I fucking hate skeletons.
You know,
Who
she
the
just
fuck
does.
dog
That
had
is
a
what is
problem with
inside of
bones?
the bodies.
She just doesn't like the evidence.
What,
So
doggy doesn't want a
question, is
bone?
he Santa? So question, is he Santa Claus or what happened to Timmy when he fell down the well?
Yes.
Well, Larry's right there.
Timmy was a bad boy. He went to see my wife.
Full of took.
CSI Grandma Edition. I'm going to look at the bones. Does it look like there's any gnaw marks or like weapon tool marks indicating
No,
death?
no. As far as you can tell, these have been clean decay of likely someone that was trapped in the chimney chute.
Oh, what a way to die.
This is the last person that took that quest to come explore the catacombs.
You do notice, looking at the teeth, they are normal teeth.
Defined normal teeth?
Not
No vampire
mine.
fangs.
Not mine.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
It is a regular gnome body.
Okay.
Hey, just
That's
because he's
not
dead,
nice. He had
that
a family.
that's right. He's not nobody.
You're right. He had a wife and a son. He just got lost for 20 years.
Okay. Is it just a skeleton? Is there clothes with it?
Everything else is decayed away.
Okay.
I mean, Chett
On
to
a side note, Larry, you say Timmy tried to go see your wife. What is your wife's name?
She does not have a name, but she lives in a shoe. Has so many children, she does not know what to do. He gives them some broth without any
Oh.
bread, and then spanks them with sunlight, sends them to bed.
Interesting. Hey, one second, Carmine. What has Candy been up to lately?
I mean, it's been a little while, and she does have a shoe fetish.
Oh my god.
You and I, best behavior.
Mhm. You notice I have personally shut the fuck up a little bit recently. On a side note, though, to borrow from another campaign, this is that skeleton's last gnome location.
Up.
14
And
points
that's
of
where
psychic
we're
damage.
ending. And that's
No,
where
it
we're
is.
ending the stream, everybody.
Um,
No, wait, it's like, looks like this was his last gnome location.
if you gotta pop out, I'll make sure that you get the
Well,
VOD so you can watch the ending.
Here's the thing. All we need to do to see me out but not interrupt anything is somebody flip a coin.
That's true.
Yes or no?
Doesn't matter.
I say, I got the same thing.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes. Okay, guess what? That means you're in control of my other half.
Oh,
there
no.
you go.
All right.
Oh,
Hi,
yes.
everybody. It's the gimmick I introduced in the first episode and haven't done jack shit with this entire time.
Is this?
I'm
Oh,
going
this.
to be having a difficult time with your accent.
That's whatever you fucking want it to be.
That's my yes/no
Amazing.
coin.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I actually bought mine at the gathering.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
So the
So
ones
yeah,
don't
whenever a
have
coin is flipped around Chett, he switches personas.
He's a switch.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I
No
did
shame, I
forget
am.
about that.
Yeah.
Um,
And we
I
love
did
both of
forget
his
about that.
sides.
I need to because that wasn't written down. I forgot that we talked about that. But
I'm gonna
I
tell
do
you
need
right
to have
now.
you
I'm
guys
gonna
watch
tell you
my
right.
son just constantly flipping a coin.
I am gonna let you know this right now. It's 100% intentional because I knew these were gonna be on Wednesdays. I knew I was gonna be working on Thursdays.
Mm,
Yeah. No,
I
that's fair.
needed an out.
As long as you're able to sometime before next session watch the last 45 minutes of stream or so.
Nope, and I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody.
good
You have a good
night.
night.
It's gonna be in the VOD.
See you
Do
next week.
do we want to mention it or no? We can leave it as a big secret.
Nah, mention it
I
anyways.
say let's leave it as a secret for those watching. Maybe I'll tell the people in chat when we're done.
Okay, there we go.
Fair. So yes, you find the bottle top stopper. But that's
Mhm.
it.
No,
By the way, context to Popo's comment of not having pockets. In our home campaign, they fought a shambling mound, and Popo was rolling really bad, couldn't hit it, got absorbed by it at one point. Finally, was able to hit it. Use lightning damage, which it heals from, because that's on the boss. That's on the monster sheet, and he had no idea. Obviously, he thought this plant monster in water would be weak to it. Surprise. When they finally killed it, he goes to loot the body, rolls really low on perception. So I said, well, it doesn't have pockets, so you can't loot the body. And now there's a running joke of, in order to loot something, it must have pockets.
That's clearly a lie. Depends on what you're looting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, what if I want its arm?
That's funny.
It has arms. Well, a shambling mound doesn't. But...
Well, it's because he rolled so low. His character's like, I don't see any pockets.
So here's the thing, right? Off this gnome, if nobody's doing anything, I'm going to take the jawbone. I don't know that that would have any significance in this story, but like jawbones are a like arcane thing in the
Fair.
occult.
It is a gnome, not a donkey. So he might have been an ass, but you don't know.
That's true. That's okay. Jawbone's a jawbone.
But I can see
absolutely.
I can see the sky.
Yes, you can. You looking up through the chimney, you can see the sky. It is about 30 feet up.
Question. Is it daytime or nighttime?
It is becoming dawn.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm just pulling bone after bone out and crunching them down like they're Doritos.
Oh my god.
You just,
Also,
you just hear
Panic, I need
you
you to
hear the
know.
loud crunching, like someone biting into a jawbreaker or
God.
biting Jolly Ranchers. It's just like
By saying that, I just need you to know, Panic, that nighttime, daytime is a thing that I say a lot in my life. So thank you for that.
Yep. You are to blame for this.
That's what Unfully can confirm from the other room. But that's good to know, because like we got into the library not
you know what I should have described
too
you found?
late.
Balls on a rope.
Yeah, we
So
got
if
there
it's
to.
becoming dawn.
We've been
We've
there
been
for
here.
about 5 hours because we got there at about 1 in the morning, I think.
So you got to the guild that morning.
Oh, okay.
Registering for the guild, taking the quest, getting to the library, going through, finding the secret door, going through the catacombs, and getting up through whatever secret entrance this is, took about 5 to 6 hours.
Does it
Okay.
feel like it did?
No,
Mhm.
that's the question you should ask.
Interesting.
Excellent.
Okay.
So kitchen.
Oof. But yeah. So
Where'd the cat go?
there, you are in a kitchen that has. You know what? What is everyone's passive perception? I'm not having y'all roll
That is a
constantly.
good question.
Not good. Not great.
15.
Decent. Good enough. Rose and Philip, um, who I will re-explain this later if need be. You notice that this kitchen has no windows, one door that has been barred shut, a pantry that is open and just has some more cobwebs and empty boxes in it, the decaying food around you, the chimney of the one clay oven that leads outside, as far as you can tell, and a dumbwaiter.
Dude, the guy's dead. Quit talking about him like that.
Well, he died in a chimney. What do you think?
Well, you know what his name
The
is,
door's
right?
barred from the inside. He could have left.
You know what his name is. His name is Clay Oven.
No. His name is Odysseus. He's nobody.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So,
God damn it.
so the
I
hate
made that
I
joke
know
earlier.
reference.
I made that joke earlier when I say he has a wife, a son, and he's been missing for 20 years.
yeah.
Yep, I didn't catch that because my brain wasn't in that fandom.
Yeah, fine.
Anyway,
So then the Occam's razor explanation is that the gnome barred this room from the inside and then tried to climb out through the chimney.
That could be.
so the question is why?
Well, if we're opening that door, I'm just like literally at the ready, bow pulled, ready to go.
I opened the door.
Lifting
Oh,
up
his
the bar and pulling the door open, you see
And I'm
into
stepping back behind the door. I'm not looking. I'm
Smart.
just opening the door.
So whatever's
Carmine,
in there. Yep.
you see into a dark hallway.
Cool. What am I
More
killing?
ornate, more of a hallway that seems to have tapestries along the walls of symbolisms and gold thread throughout them, lined with this marble and quartz stone walls themselves. There seems to
What do
be,
you see?
with your open eyes, towards the edge of your dark vision, you are able to see a door or two, but the hallway just keeps going.
I see a dark hallway with elegant tapestries, with gold filigree throughout them, marble, and at the edge of my dark vision, a door. But the hallway continues past that.
Okay.
I just imagine as you're saying, wait, slow down, slow down. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, what? Huh?
Alright,
Hang
go
on.
ahead.
He said filigree.
Funny enough, for being a werewolf, I don't have dark vision.
Yeah,
So
you do.
I'm like, what? No, I don't. Unless I'm
Hang on.
looking in the wrong place.
I think you are.
It's under your passive, like
Additional
your
senses?
under your passive perception, investigation, and insight would be your.
There's nothing there.
No, I was opening up the werewolf feet itself.
Oh.
They're fuzzy.
No, you don't. Weird. I
Right?
just expected that to be a thing.
Right? I did too. So when I went and saw I had no dark vision, I'm like, okay, I guess Granny doesn't have her glasses on.
Huh. I was going off the idea that you would have had dark vision. All right.
She's nearsighted.
The only people who can see in the dark is Chett and Carmine.
But I still have a torch.
But he
Yes.
can. It's not
But
dark.
you're also behind the door.
I chuck the torch into the room. Just, blah.
There's
Uh,
tapestries in there. Okay, we just started a fire.
As the torch flies through, you can see tapestries light up as the gold catches the gleam. These red and purple tapestries flood the walls, and you hear the spinning torch hit the handle and bounce, and you hear the sound of a click click in water as it lands flat and goes out.
Click, click, boom. There's
Click,
water.
click.
Click, click.
So it hit dry floor and then went into wet floor.
No. It sounded like there is water on the floor. It just happened to hit the handle side of the torch a couple times before it landed with the torch down.
So is there water on the floor then in the kitchen?
There's not.
Is there water on the floor at the edge of the door?
It does not lead to the edge of the door, but it's only a few feet in.
Okay.
Hmm.
It seems like the ground itself kind of pooled down with a divot.
Okay.
I'm about to check my self before I wreck myself.
You do hear echoing as the torch lands too, just to
Mhm.
emphasize this big emptiness.
I'm just making sure that as a vampire, running water is not going to be a problem for me
It is. Luckily, that's still water.
for now.
Yeah, Philip, you had noticed, by the way, that alongside Rose, that the kitchen that you were in consisted of a pantry that was mostly cleared out, the moldy food, a barred door, the oven that had the skeleton in it leading outside, and a dumbwaiter. The door is no longer barred and is open and leads to a hallway that has ornate tapestries along it and is slightly flooded. Not like really flooded, like water had been in here.
It's kind of like a basement that's flooded. A flooded basement, as it were.
And it's a long hallway.
It is a very long hallway to the point that it is longer than Carmine's dark vision.
Sixth to fate.
Well, I don't necessarily like the water on the ground. Perhaps we climb the wall?
Oh yeah, just climb the wall.
I mean me. That's right.
Wait, huh?
I'm gonna cast Spider Climb and attach
Hey.
myself to the wall.
There you go.
All right.
I'm
Show off.
You just kind of stand on the edge of the wall as if gravity has changed directions for you. Even your hair flows in the direction of the wall.
I still have my lantern out too, so
The lantern oil does flow towards the wall with you. If you had a torch, the fire would have turned to the right.
well, I mean, if I hold the lantern by its side, or
anything that you're holding or carrying is being affected by the same spell to change your gravitational pull to the new surface.
okay.
That is how I make climb make sense, because otherwise you need some insane core strength.
Gotcha.
I am going to
look at Carmine. Can you do that?
not that specifically, but I can do other things. I
Yes,
am
you can.
going. I am going to test the water.
Cap, do me a
Yeah.
favor.
Yeah.
Go to your character sheet. Go to feats. Click on vampire. Scroll down.
Oh, spider climb a thing
To
I can do.
Yeah.
Feats and traits. Let's see. Is it under feats?
It does require.
Vampire.
Yeah,
Here we
if
go.
you go to feats, vampire, click on that, open it, scroll down a bit. It does require a thing to do it, but you can technically also do spider climb.
Oh, cool.
You just need blood.
Gotcha. So I lie to her. Well, I tell her the simple truth. At the moment, no. But I will.
Yeah.
I'm going to test the water. It doesn't make sense for this to be holy water given the nature of the area, but I'm going to test it anyway, and literally like just fingertips in the water and see if it hurts me more than water.
I do want to double check. Is holy an issue for you? Garlic can't go anywhere. You're not invited, which is running water, stake to the heart, light sensitivity, silver suspension, not radiance.
Oh, I'm vulnerable
But
to radiant
damage.
damage.
You are so vulnerable to radiance.
Yeah.
I would say it tingles.
It's more than just water.
Yes. You mean you're testing the water before stepping into it? Drats.
For once. I'm letting Carmine run the show now. Cap had his fun earlier.
Yes. Is there anything anyone else would like to do? You're still just in this hallway where the torch had fallen, and Philip is sitting sideways on the wall.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, I'll walk forward.
It's a good look.
All right. As you walk forward, you do kind of have to push the tapestry out of the way so you can walk past it. The tapestries do seem to resemble many different gods across them. As far as you can tell, at least they look like gods you would have heard of in stories and in churches, but at least the description given. But they do still feel off. They feel humanized. Um, walking all the way, walking towards the end of the hallway, you do see that it does start to open up to a another larger room that has many different doors attached to it and a staircase that seems to go up.
Oh, wait, right there.
All right. You
Is
are
there
now
w-
beyond Carmine's dark vision. But though you
Is-
are giving off at the end.
Is there water all the way down there? I don't know what the fuck. Like, his accent's all fucked up.
Your voice echoes and carries through the hallway. So, Philip, you are able to hear,
should
and
have a
the
restart
large
button
open
in the
room.
period.
Oh, up.
I got the large open room.
Yeah.
Am I better now?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't do anything.
In world, Carmine has a consistent accent.
So, what happened was, you do manage to hear the voice carry across. You look into the big open room, and you do notice that there is water flooding the entire room that looks to be a few inches deep, potentially.
I would say it's a little wet.
You hear that, Chett? Some more water.
I'm not talking to you.
That's fair.
Not until you go first. I've had a
Cap, I sent you a message.
Oh, there's a message.
I deal with enough water on a daily basis.
That is
Rose
true.
is gonna test the water too, just because she saw Carmine do it and kind of he had a reaction to it.
You also get a little tingly when you put your fingers into the water.
Ooh, it feels strange.
It's kind of
Uh,
like, how do I describe this? Have you ever played one of those static electricity arcade machines where where it sends volts through your body if you're holding both metal bars?
Mm-hmm.
It's that tingling sensation in the water.
Ooh. It's like putting your hand in super carbonated water.
Yeah.
I've got alchemist supplies. I can identify a substance.
Where's your character sheet?
How long does that take?
How are you able to do just everything? Hang on a moment.
Hmm.
How dare you? Damn it. Yeah.
Is he an alchemist artificer? Because, yeah, they can pretty much do everything.
He's not. I didn't
Oh,
allow artificers.
Yeah, but you didn't say I couldn't have the supplies.
You're right. I didn't. I should have. You basically are. Yeah.
he's
you
like, I'm
can
not
roll
playing an alchemist artificer. I just knew one who gave me his tools.
So you would make an intelligence check and add your proficiency modifier, which is half of your level rounded down. Or sorry, half your level rounded up.
Intelligence check. Oof. 4. And then half of my
Level
So-
rounded up is another 4, so it's an 8.
Right. So you rolled an 8. And as the item says, it is a DC 15 to identify a substance. You have no idea. It looks like water. It's completely clear. There's nothing really in it. There seems to be like some micro somethings in it, but that's kind of natural for stagnant water.
Just tingly for them?
Uh, yeah. For you, you don't notice anything. It feels like water.
Oh, okay. I walk in all the way up to where my torch was and pick it up.
Yeah, it's like an inch deep. Your boots are wet now. If you weren't wearing boots, your socks would be wet. It smells damp in here. It smells like mold.
Is my torch still oily? Is it good?
It's kind of oily, kind of wet. It doesn't look like it'll light right the first time. You'll have
Piece
to
of shit.
probably reposition. You'll probably have to rewrap it.
All right, put it in
Smells
my.
like Chett in here.
Put it away. Pull out another one. I got 10 of them. Crank it up.
Lights up the area. You also notice these tapestries, and they do resemble some sort of deity, or at least people who were worshipped of some kind. And you walking down the hall, you do notice that Philip is still standing on the wall, just
Yeah.
casually 90 degrees to you.
And can I see the end of the hallway now?
Yes.
Does it still look wet way down there?
Yep. It's like the room that it opens up into is full of more water, deeper water. Not by much,
Deeper
but a
water.
few more inches.
Rose
back.
is
What was my accent? Japanese. Oi, would you like a ride, Grandma? No, wait. Yeah, that's right.
Chett's been Carmine's been trying to ask that for a while.
I won't be offended. I'm not for everybody, I understand.
Oh my god. Well, she's gonna try putting her foot in, like her booted foot in the water. Does it still tingle?
It does.
Mm. Yes, please.
It now feels like your foot is asleep.
Since I
Ooh.
also can't see without your torch.
I come sloshing back and I just pick her up, put her on one shoulder.
Your head is Rose, your head is now just an inch below the ceiling.
Am I like sitting on your shoulder, or am I like a
I
sack of
just put you up there.
potatoes?
You're just sitting. No, not sack of potatoes. You're sitting. I'm nice.
Okay.
Like side
okay.
side saddle.
She's got like a hand on your head for like stability. Oh my.
How about
Okay,
you?
just-
You want to come? Have two
Cat-
shoulders.
Cat's not going to answer that the way he wants to. I am going to take one of the vials of boulette blood that I collected, of which I have 3. Pop that, and can I use that to be able to do spider climb?
You may.
I got
You
me
become
covered.
invigorated.
It's my Popeye moment. And then, yep, I'm gonna now as
You
we're
squeeze the vial. You squeeze the vial instead of a tin can with spinach popping out. You just crush the vial, and now you gotta lick it off your wrist.
oh,
Now I can
Oh,
see
there's-
through the water, right? It's not
there's
murky
glass
water.
here.
Correct. It is
Okay.
surprisingly clear.
Provided I don't see any drop off, I'm going to go on ahead and traverse all the way to the end of the corridor.
As you get to the end of the corridor, the before getting into your opening, the water is just deep enough to cover over your boot now. Not all the way up to the laces, but just over the toe of your shoe.
Is my
Moist
foot
as
still
a
tingling?
kitty.
Yeah, it's sore now.
Ah. Don't like that.
Is there anything behind any of these tapestries? Is it like I'm not gonna do like a deep dive investigation. Essentially, I'm just kind of like as I'm walking down the wall, sort of kick them a little, see if there's.
It's you gotta move them out of your way anyways to walk by them because they are their own surface, and therefore your spider climb would attach to the tapestry instead.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's got its own weird physics that I would have go on because of the way I'm messing with gravity for the spell.
Yeah.
But kicking it out of the way, it looks like just more of the same quartz and marble,
Mm.
though a couple of it looks cracked,
Mm.
like like there was pressure through here that broke some of the stone a little bit.
Mm. So no, there's not like a hidden. There's no hidden archways or anything like that would be
No
obvious.
hidden doors, archways, windows, nothing.
Okay, cool. All right, walking on the walls.
At the
Walking
end
on
of
the
the hallway, is it safe to put Granny down yet?
No, if you are still in water, and the water continues to get slightly deeper into the large opening.
Oh, all right.
Please don't
You're
drop
walking
me.
through a flooded basement, as was stated. Now you guys are towards the larger opening of a room. You do notice that there are, at the end of the hallway that you're standing at, there are 2 doors. In the room, there are 3 doors, and there is a staircase that leads up.
Ooh. So we have a choice of 5
Stairs
doors
are
and a
dry?
staircase.
Yes, the illusion of choice. I mean, you have a choice.
But the stairs
Well,
are dry, right?
No, the stairs aren't exactly flooded. They're still a little damp. They like now moss growing on them and mold.
mm,
Okay. I bring Granny over and Granny, does these stairs are they bad for your feet?
I will put the non-sore foot down, I guess.
It feels okay.
I think it's
It's a
alright.
little squishy.
As long as I'm not in the water, I think I'm fine.
Okay. You
Is-
wait to hear. Right. And I leave her there and I go back to the room and I'm looking at the doors now.
is Chet has
Well, I think
Chet
you're still
followed?
standing in the middle of the room.
Has Chet followed in the water?
Uh,
Was Chet clinging to Larry's back?
I was gonna say yeah, because or Larry's or mine. He's
Or yours,
like
yeah.
yeah, like well, he's not a cat now. He's a fox, but like yeah, talons in, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, they're in now. Might as well just stick with it.
Chet is going
This
to
is
look at you, shake his head, and go, "You're all doing this so much more complicated than it needs to be." Pull out a little a weird device. Kind of looks similar to ones that you guys already have, though maybe a different mechanical piece, and just circle around a little like a rotary dial, click a button, and then pop from at the end of the hallway to right next to Rose on the stairs.
Oh, you got the dimensional
Thanks for
loop.
reminding me.
Okay, yeah, you got the dimensional loop. Cool, yeah, show off. I was gonna say I could have used mine to fly, but I was like, I can also only use that once a day. So yeah,
Yeah. But it is a new
Um,
day.
this is true.
Question.
Yes.
When a coin is flipped, does he physically change from a cat to a fox? Okay.
That
Oh,
was a joke. He does not physically change at all. His appearance does not change. His personality does.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
voice
figured, but I was just double
accent
checking.
shifts.
okay. So then all those references I made to Where's the Cat, Carmine didn't make those references.
What's new, pussycat?
Ha.
Okay,
But,
so we have 6 things that are all going to lead to the same place. Do we want to just roll a d6 and see which one we pick?
Well, obviously, I have 6 different things that have to show up because unless I do more shenanigans of blocking the door behind you, you can always go back and look at another option again.
Oh, that is true.
Oh, and that would split the party now too, because Granny's on the
Ooh.
stairs.
It's true.
And so is Chet.
Great.
And both Carmine and Philip are currently on the walls,
hmm
and Larry is standing in the middle of water.
I mean, I have a
It's only
thing
about
that I
5
can
inches deep,
use
but
if
it's
I
still
really have
water.
to.
Well, I mean, the job was to explore the
So,
catacombs. Go ahead.
yeah. Do we want to open the doors or do we just want to go?
I
mean,
vote go.
Up the stairs? Is that what you mean?
Does an up usually mean out?
Not always.
Oh boy.
This is a
Well-
different part of the
Catacombs.
Well, I wrote the
library.
stairs.
I mean,
gonna say
also, as
the-
we go to the top, if it leads out, then at least we know that leads out, and we come back down. Like,
And the gnome came from this direction, so the gnome came from one of these. I'd say entrances, but he was using it as an exit, so it's a matter of perspective.
Supposedly, unless he came from the same secret door that you guys came through,
It's true.
or came through the dumbwaiter. He is a gnome. He could have fit,
That is also true.
or maybe he was climbing down through the chimney and got
That
stuck.
is, he was trying. This is all, unfortunately, true.
I'd say let's check to see what's at the top of the stairs. If the stairs leads to like another large like hallway with lots of doors, we can come back down here and check these ones first. It's just nice to know if there's an exit here.
I dig it. I'm gonna walk around the wall, and I'm instead of like walking on the wall to the door. I love this MC Escher shit. I'm gonna walk along the wall to above the door, and then I'm facing the floor. I'm going to walk so that I walk onto the ceiling of the staircase. So I'm literally upside down for no reason whatsoever.
So the way I pictured it, at least, the staircase is in the room and kind of like follows the wall up, sort of thing. So for that, it would be more of a, as you're walking into the hall from the hallway to the big, more open room, you do MC Escher sort of hit that corner and step over into the next wall. And shifting your direction, walk around the edge, and now you're standing with the staircase. Basically, the staircase, if it's up like this, you're standing right here, looking at the staircase.
Yep. Whatever's the least sensible thing, that's what I want to do.
You are walking down the staircase, going up.
I'm walking down the up staircase.
Yes.
My brain hurts.
Well, if you think about it, a staircase has two directions that you could be standing on it, theoretically. Rose is standing on it correctly, and Carmine is standing on it in the opposite direction, which means up for Rose is down for Carmine.
Bizarre.
Yes.
No, that's upstairs.
Yes.
All right, well, shall we check up the top of the stairs? How far is the top of the stairs, I guess I should ask.
It's about a normal floor of stairs, so like, what is it, 28 steps, I think is average.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
So it's not like staircases just leading up and up and up and up.
No. It's literally a floor separation.
I was gonna say the chimney in the kitchen was what, 30 feet to the top, so it's not
30
it's
feet
not
to the outside.
to the outside. Okay, yeah. So it's not going to be more than 30 feet, probably.
I have. So I'm checking my inventory.
Indecision, the San Francisco treat.
There is someone who could have checked what outside the chimney looked like.
Yeah. I could have flown up there if I wanted to.
If you could fit through the chimney.
Oh, that's
We do
true.
have
What do you mean
Santa.
checked what the outside of the chimney looked like?
Well, we have Santa.
Oh,
You could have
yeah.
gone through the chimney.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
this
meant
is
me
that-
because I have 60 feet of dark vision and the thing was only 30 feet.
No, the reason I
Oh.
made it 30 feet is because the joke Mark and I made was that his Santa can misty step through chimneys.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
I guess Rose is going to dig in her little handbasket and bring out her own lantern. And she's going to
Now people
Lamp
are finally
herself.
lighting up the area. You can't Carmine's glow for everything. It's like a bad glow stick.
Yep.
She's gonna walk up the stairs and just see what's at the top.
As you walk up these stairs, it leads to a little corridor that takes a sharp 90-degree turn.
Like into the wall.
No, well, it's a hallway that's only maybe 5 feet deep before it takes a 90-degree turn around a corner.
Hmm.
Check for traps.
I'm not going to walk down the hallway, but I wanted to just see if it like opened up into like a room or something.
Are you gonna poke your head around the corner?
Not when you put it like
Is
that.
Carmine with me?
None of
Yes.
you have a mirror?
Chett is with you as well.
And Chett too. Okay. She will poke her head around the corner.
I had a mirror.
Lantern first. I don't think I have
Stick
a
the
mirror.
lantern. Stick the lantern.
Yeah,
Because
yes,
if
Larry, you do have a mirror.
if
It's a
something
little hand mirror.
if something's going to get cut, it might as well be your hand rather than your head. So stick your arm around there.
Yeah, the lantern first.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing seems to happen as your arm goes through and starts to light up around this corner. And you poke your head around the edge, you see that it does in fact open up to a much larger room. In fact, a very large. We're talking 100 feet by 100 feet room
Like a ballroom.
into a large ballroom.
There's a ballroom up here.
Hmm. So a
You have
room.
jeans that have a little bit more. It's a ballroom.
So it's like a room full of balls.
The ball pit.
No.
It sounds like I
No,
don't.
that's the trap in the ballroom.
Oh god,
The
now I
trap
have a
in the
great
ballroom is a
idea
ball
for a
pit.
one shot. Amazing. Anyway.
It's just a McDonald's playland.
But you're shrunk. It's everybody gets hit with reduce and large, but they get reduced and they're like, it's Honey I Shrunk
No.
the Kids, but in a McDonald's ball
There's
pit.
something in the ball pit.
Every ball is a mimic.
Oh god.
The balls are actually eyeballs, and they all turn and look at you and blink.
Oh god. I
Yes.
hate that. Thanks so
Oh,
much. I
that's
fucking hate that.
that's some body horror shit right there. Amazing. It's
They all
actually
behold
Jesus.
their eyes.
you pulled that out of my head. It's actually like 15 beholders laying at the bottom and all of their eye stalks sticking up and like bundled up with each other.
No, thank you.
I pulled it from the meme of, because I'm in New England, we have the meme that the cranberry bogs have eyes.
Mm, amazing. Awesome.
But anyways,
So ballroom, cool. Let's ballroom.
ballroom.
Let's figure
A
out the
very
ballroom.
clean ballroom. There's no cobwebs. There's more of these tapestries, though they seem to be more purple and gold than the red from before. There's no imagery on them this time, other than what seems to be a kingdom symbol. Carmine and Philip, I need you both to roll a history check at advantage.
Ooh, here we go.
Okay.
Let's see how bad it is. I'm gonna roll
Is
it.
everybody coming up to the thing with me? The ballroom?
I believe everybody agreed to go up to the stairs, right?
Yes.
No, I was waiting to hear if there was an exit. I'm still standing looking
Oh,
at the
fair.
doors. I can hear you.
Astounding.
15?
I know jack shit. I just rolled a nat 1 and an 8 for a 9 at advantage.
Well, you gotta confirm that one.
Well, it was at advantage.
It
So-
was, but
Okay, I
trust
mean-
me, confirm that one anyways.
Will
It
do.
could be a nat 20. You never know.
This is true. So history. So I'm still rolling it at advantage to confirm.
No,
Flat. Okay.
that would be a flat roll.
Nope. That's an 11.
All right, fair. Philip, you don't have a plus at all. Philip, what did you roll?
I rolled a 15 and a 12.
You rolled two 20s. Okay, a 15.
Right.
I'm giving it to you, Philip, but Carmine, you've no idea what's going on.
Nope.
You have had a very bad day. You don't remember who you are.
Nope.
You're pretty sure you're still with Ruby and Simon.
Yep.
That sand was some really rough shit.
That wasn't sand. That was crystallized meth.
You mean
It turns
Rose?
out we also decided to pull a little bit of the Guardians as well. It's Sandman sand.
Mm-hmm.
You've been sleepwalking this whole time, but only halfway.
Yep.
It was
Mhm.
sand. It was dream sand and regular sand mixed together.
Yeah. It like the sand on Arrakis. It has fucking drugs in it.
You notice looking at the symbols on the tapestry, It looks kind of like an ornate apple surrounded by thorns. And it finally clicks in your head what you have been missing this entire time and why you've been feeling like you forgot something. You know who the queen is.
Well, think I figured it out.
Huh?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Figured what out, dearie?
Think I know who's running this.
The voice in the sky, you mean?
I think there's more to it than that. I think the queen is behind it.
The queen. Who? What do you mean the queen? Who's the queen?
There is a kingdom, and the kingdom has to have a queen, right?
Well, yes, I get that, but like, do you
Well-
know who the queen is?
Do I know who the queen is with the history roll?
Yes, you do. It's Snow White,
Huh.
the one you put in power.
Ha ha. That's right.
I love
Yes.
this. I love this moment because Cap knew. Carmine has no fucking idea. Jinma hadn't caught it yet, but
I didn't click.
fucking Philip knows. Yeah.
It's Snow White.
Do I recognize?
I think that is
the name?
enough for Carmine to finally go, I didn't know that name.
I know that motherfucker. And fully the way I just sucked my teeth, he does that unconsciously. At the very least, he unconsciously is like right on his right on the fangs. He's like, it's just that.
Yep, that one, Carmine.
Do I recognize the name?
You do. It is all you know is that something about that was to stay away from it. It was a neighboring kingdom or a neighboring town or something. The top, you can't quite wrap your brain around the geology of what was going on because your memories still aren't all there. But what you do know is that there was a government in place with a queen that was overthrown, a coup had happened, and a new queen was established. The problem is, for those of you that have any memory of this, this was a long time ago.
Oh,
Like, how long?
Time is meaningless. Memories do not. Your memories are not strong enough to give a time frame. All you know is that it's like reaching back for something that it's like COVID. Time doesn't mean anything.
oh
It
no.
happened in the before times.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, this happened like 3 or 4 years ago, and then you check the history book and it's like this happened 17 years ago, and you're like, that's not possible. That's not what
I
time
mean,
is.
you guys all remember when Lion King 2 came out, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like that
Yes.
long ago, does it?
No, you remember when Lilo and Stitch came out, right?
Now, the reason why I bring up Lion King 2, do you guys remember remember it coming?
It was the 1900s, right? Because the first Lion King came out in 94.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say Lion King 2 is older than me.
Mhm.
But fine. Lilo and Stitch. That's something that feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. No, it was.
That was 23 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
mhm.
Yep.
But that's kind of the memory of it was a while ago, but it wasn't that long ago, but it was a while ago.
But it was a generation ago.
Yeah, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And but remembering that it was stated there's a festival for the 1 year anniversary of the coronation of the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So either their memories are hinky, or all of our memories are hinky, or
We're out of time. I say that as M, not as Rose.
Or do you
There's
say
like
it as
4 or 5
Rose?
different options here. One is
Yeah.
that the people don't know are wrong with time. You guys are wrong with time. The script doesn't know how to keep track of time. Another government got put into place in the meantime, and you're in the old kingdom castles area. There are a number of things, but what you do know is you're in a clean ballroom area. There are no lights on. There are no sconces or anything lit right now. With tapestries that are well maintained, showing the imagery of Snow White.
Mm.
Hmm.
As you guys are standing there, you hear echoing up the stairway. Are you coming back or am I coming up?
That's a good question. By the look on your face, she points at Carmine. This is a problem.
Well, it's a problem because I didn't solve it before. Do I remember that?
And I might have done it.
You remember that you had the choice to let this go, but by showing some benevolence is how you gained your fangs, which made it so that you had no control over the situation going forward. And there's a good chance that if that Snow White has right now, that you will still maintain no control if encountering her.
So yes, in a word, problem.
So do we want to stay here or go downstairs and check out those doors? And she's looking at both you and Philip.
Well, we might as well start at the bottom and work our way up.
All right.
Yes.
Start from the
We're coming
bottom and we
back
still
down,
at the
dearie.
bottom.
We're coming back. Yeah. Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Now you're even lower.
That's it.
Started from the bottom and I ended up still lower. What the fuck?
Subterranean.
My life. The water, the basement is still flooded. Slightly.
Yeah, it is. Back on the walls.
How long does spider climb last?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know
I'm gonna hate this.
I didn't even know I had it.
I'm gonna hate this if it's just like
1
an hour or so.
hour.
God damn it. All right. That's right. It's gonna wear off soon, right? No, you guys are good.
Yeah, right.
So
Back down to the rotunda. The aquatic rotunda.
Yeah. There are still 3 doorways in the flooded room, and there are 2 doorways back in the hallway.
Oh, so like
And
okay,
and
so
then-
so there's the hallway and there's 2 doors sort of in the middle, like across from each other on the walls,
Yes.
and then 3 in the aquatic
in the
rotunda.
room, and instead of a 4th door, it's a staircase.
Okay.
You kind of have like 2 doors on one side, 1 door on the other, staircase on the wall.
Right. The staircase is 3 doors down. Got it.
Okay.
If I said love you,
Thank you. It was in my head. It was in my head.
I figured I should acknowledge it somehow.
Goes down. Ooh, I just lost dice.
Okay, so
Right.
checking doors. 5 doors. 5 doors down.
I'm standing on the stairs waiting.
You go check that door.
I can see Granny crouched over, lantern in hand, looking down from where the floor separation is.
Mm.
The floor is lava.
The floor is water.
It's like, well, I mean,
Floor is lava.
holy water, lava, and it's electrified
It hurts
water.
my bones.
Water is a lava.
Water is
Is
And
my
the
foot
ocean is
still
a soup.
sore?
the ocean is
It's-
definitely
It's fine now.
Okay, so it's not like a permanent thing. It fades after a while.
No, it fades after a while. It's very much like
Okay.
you sat on the toilet too long, your foot fell asleep, and you try to stand up, and all you feel is like the ball hinge of your ankle. It was that, and you
Mhm.
finally walked it off.
Okay.
Is it kind of like
Alright.
when I stuck my arm into the time soup along the road?
No, that was more of like everything being all like rusted and hard to move. This is more
Mm.
like not being able to feel it.
This is
Okay.
TV static in my foot. Got it.
Yeah.
Your fingers also feel fine now.
All
Okay.
right. Checking
So-
doors.
Well,
You checking a door in the room or one of the doors in the hallway? What are you guys doing? Larry, you've also been told that you guys are looking for a room, so you can choose as well.
What do we got? We got Chett, Larry, not Simon, and not Theodore.
wait, who's Theodore?
I'm not
Who's
Theodore.
Alvin?
Granny is Alvin, but Granny's not coming down into the water. I assume.
Oh
So
boy.
do we, not split the party? Do we all want to open doors at the same time and like just let all the fucking shenanigans out at once?
Yes.
Oh, Chet's not getting in the water. That is a you thing.
Okay.
You have fun with that. I'm going to wait up here where it's dry.
Smart. Okay, so we've got the three of us. Then we can open the three doors in the rotunda all at once first.
Okay.
Oh.
Grab my door and I'm getting ready to open it and step out of the way just like I did last time.
I'm on the wall, getting ready to basically pull it open like you would pull open a storm door on the ground, because that's the angle that I'm at on the wall.
I will say you all managed to open your door, and inside your door is next session.
He's like, you finally fucking did the
Oh.
thing.
Rush of holy water.
Amazing.
No.
Oh no.
Oh my God. It's just
I
it's
mean-
just The Shining. It's just the scene from The Shining with the blood just like gushing out of the fucking elevator.
Mm-hmm.
But it's holy water.
Correct.
I'd be bottling it all.
Yes.
It's very diluted.
Amazing.
It's diet holy.
That is a
That would be nice.
that is a whole conversation we've had multiple times of like the density of holiness. If you make holy water, you've got a vial of it, and then you pour that vial into a gallon of water. Is the whole gallon now holy water, or does it diffuse? And is there a certain diffusion point at which the water is no longer considered holy water, even though it has a degree of holiness in it?
That's actually how they make more holy water. Is
Oh.
they take holy water and they
Mhm.
add it to approximately 10 they think about an ounce of holy water and they add it to 10 gallons of water and let it incorporate, and now that entire 10 gallons is more holy water. And as long as you
Mm.
continue to take that save a little bit of that holy water, you have infinite holy water.
Okay, so
It's Roman
basically,
Catholic, though, right?
is
It's
that's Roman Catholic?
right?
Yeah, that's Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know.
So basically, it's either holy or not. There's not degrees of, because like if you were using it scientifically, you'd be like it's 1 part per whatever, or and
Right.
then the diffusion as you continue. But basically, they're saying if you've got 10 gallons of water and you put this amount of holy water in it, this is holy water. This is not holy water. You put this in here. This is now holy water. It's binary. It's one. It's is or it's not.
Right.
Okay. Interesting.
Kind of makes you wonder who the fuck made that rule.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Later.
We can rant more at the next intercession.
Have
Which will
fun.
actually be
Thanks.
post-game
Oh,
stream.
he's gone.